People milk
you
you
I,
for content.
Oh, it doesn't
because you're
happen.
bad.
people milk. Okay, people milk. Everybody milks each. This is the fuck. I agree with you. But once Destiny
Please
goes
stop
on the
milking
prowl,
me,
meaning,
PPG.
oh, I can wield. I know I'm a cow. I can wield this. I can wield my milkers or whatever, and I can get some pussy. That's what makes Destiny wrong, right?
I'm saying that he should be careful, especially because it has like big consequences for him. But I don't think that the whole responsibility is on him. And like these women are these like victims that don't have a power over their own life. Like that's
In the same way that like a
No,
woman
but
can
if
take
somebody-
steps, a woman can
That
take
there
steps to
needs
make
to
sure
be
that like a power dynamic isn't being abused, but there is still fault on the man who is using the power dynamic in the first place.
Would you say that a prostitute is being raped during
No.
prostitution because the man is essentially saying, if you don't have sex with me, I'm not giving you money, just like how Destiny is saying, if you don't have sex with me, I'm not gonna stream with you?
If you want to see more content like this, I would really appreciate you liking and subscribing. It really helps with the algorithm. And make sure to check out the Discord and other social links in the description.
How do you think Destiny was getting all that pussy? Doing what he was doing. He was. No, wait.
Oh wait, my
Hold on.
mutual friend with Destiny
I'm
went
gonna
down.
do
Who unadded him? Who unadded him? What the hell?
Destiny.
Oh, no.
Destiny was doing what he's doing to younger streamers because and this is what Denim said, right? His shtick is to go to, and he's not the only one, dude. There's a lot of people who do this shit. They go to people that have less views, physically good-looking women, in Destiny's case, and flaunt their status.
Do you think he did that?
Pixie, Denims, Cherry, all of these people are.
PPG,
way-
how come whenever we have a talk about anything and you, after we have that talk, you tell me, oh, you actually have a good point. Actually, I changed my mind on that. And then the next day we talk about the exact same thing and you go back to your old point. Like,
What are you trying to say, dude? What are you trying to say?
well, yesterday we talked about the exact same thing, that he's using his power or whatever to have sex with people who, or to take advantage of people
You
who
said
have.
that? Or I
No,
said
you
that?
said that. Listen to me.
I believe that. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, and
True,
I
Isaac.
say that it's
This is the Menard
it
tactic.
goes both ways, right? These people aren't like these women aren't stupid, and they have also some amount of free will. They go to PPG, what the fuck, to Destiny stream, and they use him to. And not maliciously or something. They just go to a stream and they appreciate that they get a lot of followers and they get money off of it, and so they benefit from the relationship just as much as he does. So
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think it's his shtick in the sense of he has malicious intent. He just goes on Twitch and he looks up small streamers and he checks their cam and see if they're like attractive,
I think
and then he goes into the DMs. That doesn't happen, and it's not even like there's no proof that ever happened.
I forget what there's an allegation that there is one allegation that he only added someone back when they changed their profile picture to being like a cute photo of themselves instead of just a generic one. But I think the issue
Yeah,
is
but
like I think there's
isn't that a
clearly,
normal,
if you're
like-
saying like they benefit from like the views that they get or whatever, obviously there could be an issue with the power dynamic there or whatever, where like, I don't know, maybe a woman doesn't necessarily want to have sex with him, but like, she knows that if she does, she could get a ton of views. Like I don't want to have Destiny
but
suck my
it's
dick,
not
but
like
I've been
it's not
open
like he
before.
pressures them it's not like he pressures them or tells them anything. It's like they know each other. Maybe they've streamed with each other before, and then they start flirting in DMs. Like, just because you have a
Well, yeah, but
certain
you
amount of
understand
following doesn't mean that you cannot do that consensually.
But you don't think?
Yeah, well, that can happen, but
Go ahead.
like if you're just collaborating with someone and then you start flirting in DMs, if that girl wants to be a streamer, she's never, even if the flirting makes her uncomfortable, she's never turning him down because she wants.
But don't
to
you
keep...
think that's her fault too? I'm not saying that it can't be like bad for the woman that she feels pressured or something into having any relationship with that person, but she can go into that like conversation knowing that, and she can make that decision by herself.
Well, I don't think you should be. I don't know why we would just assume that like Destiny just has to be like some gooner that tries to flirt with every woman that he.
Well, we're talking about the girls that he had like a flirty or sexual relation to.
Yeah,
I don't think he
guess
does that. I don't
like,
think he does that nearly to every girl that he talks to.
Ophelia, he does that
Oh my
a lot.
lord.
And that's what Denim said. Denim said that.
Yeah, well, Denim
shit.
hates him. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
There's a lot of people who hate this motherfucker, but he was trying to do that to Denims.
Well, and she didn't do it, did she? I don't know what
She
happened.
was
I don't think
not
Denims
that
did it.
She was not that fucking stupid. She said, Destiny wanted to have sex with me. I was a much lower streamer.
But you see,
And
you
then
give her agency. You give her agency by saying she was not that stupid to do it, so she declined it, right? So any woman can do it. I think the responsibility. No, listen to me.
Ophelia.
Bro, I don't
know,
think
Denims
that you
is the
can take
victim.
any agency. I'm not saying that if I walk on the street and some guy grabs me and rapes me, that's my fault. But I think if you go into a relationship online, you talk to a person, that you can have a thought by yourself and think about, okay, do I want to have this relationship with that person, or do I maybe just want to have that relationship because I want views? And then you have to kind of think about, okay, is that a good enough reason for me to do it? Maybe is there anything bad that could happen to me because of it? And then you fucking make a decision. These people aren't like, they're not little children, and you have to. They have just as much a responsibility as he does, and if he's like sexually interested in them, I don't fault him for pursuing it. Why wouldn't you?
Real quick, I'm getting told by my internal sources, that in the leaked DMs, Destiny or Denim said she wanted to fuck Destiny. That is what my internal sources say.
Oh,
Funded by the Jewish Cato Institute.
It was.
Oh,
it
so
was
she was flirty
dude.
too?
No, but listen, it was flirty, but then she realized what was going on. Like, he was wielding power over her. She.
Oh yeah, he
this
was using
happened,
mind
right?
control. What do you think that like? Do you think that
you're being a retard? Come on. Be honest to yourself. These women aren't
Tim
retarded.
Flo,
They
you
understand
are.
the consequences.
Well, then
Couple
I have to be
seconds away from being
retarded, but I
muted,
do
dude.
think there's an issue. I do think there could be an issue again, where if Destiny initiates to
Massive
flirting
power
with someone.
dynamic.
Yeah, if Destiny initiates to flirting with someone who wants to be a streamer, even if the girl's made uncomfortable, she might never turn him down because she might know, or she might think, like, if I say I'm uncomfortable with this, he won't fucking have me on stream, and I won't fucking, I won't get viewers, I won't get money.
I think that you have the responsibility for yourself to, whenever something's uncomfortable, you have to.
I don't
you have to say
disagree.
something, and at some point it's harder than in other cases because you think you might get something positive out of the interaction. But I don't think that all the blame is on him, and I'm saying that he should be careful, especially because it has big consequences for him. But I don't think that the whole responsibility is on him, and like these women are these like victims that don't have a power over their own life. Like that's just a stupid way of looking at it, and I think it's belittling them. I think you should take everyone and know that they're responsible for their own life. Like if somebody would talk to me that way, I'd be like, what the fuck? I'm not a fucking child. Like, I know when I talk to these people what's at stake.
I mean, I don't disagree, but like, I also, like, a woman has a responsibility to herself, like, if she's walking down like an alleyway at night, not to like, like maybe have pepper spray on her, or to like, if she's in a bad area and she's at a bar, to like cover her drink or something. But like, if a guy like slips something in her drink, like, he still has a responsibility not to do that. He still ought not do that.
Doesn't. Yeah, but it's a completely different situation if something's happening that she's not knowing is happening, right? So or maybe that she doesn't have control over, like if somebody overpowers
Nonfon just
me.
made a great point, dude. Nonfon.
Yeah, and I'm responding to that point, bitch.
Well,
I always do. I always do.
How do you not know? It's just a power dynamic, dude. Destiny knows what he's doing. Destiny knows that he's going to these smaller streamers, and he knows that they are going to be excited. My political career, whatever, my streaming career is going to blow up, etc., etc. He's using that power dynamic. You're blaming the victims, Ophelia. That's what you're doing.
I'm not blaming the victims. I think if something is uncomfortable and you don't have enough, I don't know, I guess willpower to fucking stand up for yourself, yeah, that's fucking shit. And that's a bad situation. But I don't think that
the
only
woman
one
made a
person
mistake there too, but like, the man still didn't
There is-
Yeah, but
Destiny
that's
in the
the
case
only
that-
thing
the
I'm
biggest-
saying. I'm not saying the women are responsible that Destiny doesn't fuck up. Of course not. But I'm saying you cannot just say that these women had no control over the whole situation.
Ophelia's an incel, real. Yeah, she's the incel here. This is accurate. This is true. This
True.
corresponds to reality.
Like, putting something in someone's drink isn't the same thing as flirting with them and them also flirting back.
Yeah, that's why it's an analogy, bitch.
To PPG, it doesn't make a difference.
It's an analogy, dude.
It's an analogy to say that, like,
Yeah, but it's crooked.
obviously,
The analogy is
they're not
crooked.
remotely comparable in any aspect.
the relationship is comparable in that a woman can take steps to make sure that her drink isn't fucked with or anything, but if her drink is fucked with, like, that's still the man who fucked with the drink's fault. In the same way that, like, a woman can take steps to make sure that, like, a power dynamic isn't being abused, but there is still fault on the man who is using the power dynamic in the first place.
Is that in order to have this flirting, you need a certain amount of, like, confirmation. Like, I like this, I'm gonna reply back. If a man wants to put something in your drink,
whole issue, she might not have the willpower, she might not want to do that.
Wait. If the guy literally asks, can I put this in your drink and drug you, and you say yes, then it's
that would be comparable.
Wait.
No,
what makes you
no.
think that Destiny? No. You're wrong about what you just. What makes you think Destiny? Destiny. It is apparently obvious that this is his shtick. He knows what he's doing. He is dropping the fucking pill on the drink. Dude,
yeah, but the woman is literally saying
there's too many women there's too many women. What?
Holy shit.
What?
The woman is.
You know the allegations of Destiny?
Literally putting the stuff in the drink with him. She's
At this
also
point,
putting the drugs and adding it to her own drink. Literally.
At this point, we're not talking about anything being leaked or something like that. At this point, we're only talking about Destiny flirting with other streamers. We're not talking about any
using his power is streamer power to get laid. That's what you guys are talking about.
I think that, yeah.
Flirting with other streamers. Yeah.
He's not flirting. He's using his.
What's he doing?
Streamer power to get laid. That's what he wants.
Well, I mean, that starts with flirting, but
power that you can use. The woman needs to agree to it first as well. This is retarded. The women don't, like, randomly walk to the bedroom, mind controlled by Destiny. They literally consciously think to themselves if they want it, and they say yes to themselves in their head, and then they walk.
But you understand there'd be reasons why, even if they don't actually, like, want to fuck Destiny or whatever, or flirt with Destiny or whatever, they might feel in some manner compelled to, because of the power that Destiny has, because of the audience that Destiny has, that they might want.
They're basically
there was the whole, like, issue with, like, Harvey Weinstein, right? It's like he was exchanging like sex from obviously.
Harvey Weinstein is the same shit.
I mean, Harvey Weinstein was more extreme, obviously, but, like, obviously he wasn't mind controlling women to make them have sex with him, but he was saying, hey, if you don't fuck me or blow me or whatever, I won't put you in this movie and you'll have no career and I'll
but
get
you know that there's literal DMs that are public, that he texts these women and says, listen, it doesn't make a difference if we're streaming together or not. You don't have any, like,
you're talking about Pixie. You're talking about Pixie.
No, I'm also talking about that or
other
other
Destiny's DMs. So, like, I don't.
Nonfon. Ophelia, but you're going to a different thing, because if you're gonna say that, I'm gonna bring up the leaks, dude, because that's what he did. Like, he leaked it. Period.
Yeah, he sent it to someone else, which is fucked up. You shouldn't do that.
Okay, well then he's fucked, right? But that's. What
but at this moment, we're talking about flirting, not sending videos to someone else.
Right.
If you want to say that Destiny is
raped because the man is giving her money, and if she doesn't.
Wait, what did I say? What? Sorry.
She's not gonna pay him. Would you say that a prostitute is being raped
during
prostitution because the man is essentially saying, if you don't have sex with me, I'm not giving you money? Just like how Destiny is saying, if you don't have sex with me, I'm not gonna stream with you.
No, I wouldn't say those people are being raped either. I don't think it's being raped. I just think obviously choice exists on a spectrum from perfectly free choice to compelled, and rape is hardcore in the compelled side of the spectrum, and the prostitute thing is, I mean, the prostitute thing depends on the circumstance of the prostitute. There are some prostitutes who genuinely like doing it, and there are other prostitutes who are in a horrible situation. That's the only reason that they are. That's the only reason they do it.
rape isn't compelled, it's forced, right? Women compel me when
Those
they
are
trigger
synonyms to me. I don't like.
You can't
Women-
really
wait,
compel
wait,
you fucking
wait,
idiot
wait,
if you're
wait,
like a
wait,
fucking
wait,
18-year,
wait a
17-year-old
second,
prostitute, dude. What the fuck are you
so
talking
if
about?
A woman looks physically appealing. She looks pretty, right? She's essentially like visually compelling me to have sex with her. That doesn't make it less of a free choice or give her some kind of blame if I choose to have sex with her.
Hold on, I just also just real quick. If you look up the definition of the word compel, it's force or oblige someone to do something. So like these are similar. These words are the same. Like force and compel are synonyms to me. Maybe you disagree with that, but I'm using those as synonyms there. But
real definition, is that the definition you made up, or is that from like some dictionary?
that's the Google definition. I just Googled compel, and that's the first
Okay, sure.
definition that
Then
came
it's
up.
my
Like
fault.
these
I
words
thought
are
it was,
synonyms to
like,
me.
encouraged. I thought it was encouraged. I'm sorry. That's my fault. Then I wouldn't say that destiny is compelling them to do anything. These women can just say no, and they're not forced to do anything. So,
We understand they might not want to say no because of the power dynamic. That's the issue.
But that's their choice. That's their
to be
choice.
clear,
That's the transaction that they're taking. I want views, so I'm gonna pay you with sex for views. That's
but the
literally
issue obviously transactions aren't intrinsically free though, right? We recognize there are some transactions that are
Of course
in
they
some
are.
ways
I
coerced.
choose
Like
to make the transaction. What? If I pay you for some service that is
yeah, but you would obviously say like literally like I'm gonna do this is probably PPG's favorite thing, the coconut island analogy. Ever heard this one, bitch? Where like you crash in an island with
I like how Ophelia is a quote unquote communist and she doesn't agree with me and you. And it's unbelievable.
Okay, to be clear, I haven't
You're
read all
being-
of Destiny's
You are being coerced into this situation, Ophelia. You don't understand that.
Wait, also,
need to do shit
just
like
real
that.
quick, real quick. I have not read all of Destiny's
is so
DMs.
dumb.
I don't know if he actually consistently engages in this pattern. I don't know. I just have not gone through all of Destiny's
Dude, he
DMs.
clearly does. Nonfon.
I mean,
There's too many women.
I'm not gonna have a high conviction take on it if I haven't read the DMs. You can say whatever, but
Can you give me, like the actual difference between Destiny basically paying women with views for sex or me paying a prostitute for sex with money? What's the difference?
the difference. I mean, they don't necessarily have to be different because there are cases in which prostitutes are also, in some way coerced into being a prostitute. Like if they have no other reasonable alternative, and are gonna literally starve to death otherwise.
Tim, are you ignoring that there are some women who have to be prostitutes to survive? Are you ignoring that?
Is that the case with Destiny?
It's
These women need
the
to
streamers
stop
who did not see any other way out but to.
Also, it's just dumb because like a prostitute knows what she's like getting it. Like a prostitute knows she's gonna be a prostitute. These people DMing Destiny probably just think they are gonna collab with Destiny, and if they think they are only gonna collab with Destiny, have a friendly relationship, but then Destiny brings up flirtation with them like that, and they don't feel like that they can reject that. They didn't know that they were getting into, and now they're put in a situation where
Why
they
do you
have to
think
either.
they don't?
Like they can reject that. Are these
I mean, to be again,
No, they're not.
I'm.
These people are just random Twitch streamers. They have an income, they have a house and shit. They're doing just fine. They won't
What?
starve to
There's
get
a lot of streamers that are struggling, dude. Denims was struggling.
Bro, then
Wait,
don't
do
be
you
a
have
streamer
any
if you're
proof?
struggling.
Do you have any proof for that, bro?
Okay,
And
but
why
you
aren't
see,
they having a job at some supermarket? Why the fuck are they doing live streaming?
you think wait a job at a supermarket?
Yeah,
You think that the job at a supermarket pays better than fucking streaming?
Yes, more consistently.
Oh my
I mean, it
God.
More
depends.
consistently. If you're a small streamer, of course, non-fun. What the
Yeah.
fuck? Can you live? Can you make a living off your stream?
I make negative money off my stream most months, but
Exactly. So why?
I make
if you
negative
were
off
born
money on my
in a
stream. I understand.
No,
what
you
you're
go
saying.
in the fucking casino. That's why you make negative money.
Okay, but once you start getting into like the hundreds and 200s, there's a chance of you, if you get more clout, to never work again, right? Denims doesn't work anymore, dude. She's a full-time streamer, right?
PPG.
So
Yeah, but
she-
it's
these
not
women
dependent on
definitely
Destiny's
with-
views.
These
Okay,
women
well,
had
okay,
makeup
when she
on,
was put in
these
that
women had makeup
position-
on, food on
That
She
is
wasn't
true.
put in that
Dark
position. She
Destiny
put
fan.
herself in that position.
I have no clue if Dennis to put it. I don't know about that. I'm saying.
These women did not start.
There is a gigantic power dynamic, dude. You cannot acknowledge that.
No.
Okay, well, obviously there is
I
a
would say,
power
of course,
dynamic.
there's
You
a
just
power
think- you just-
dynamic. Of
you
course,
just
there's a
think
power
that's-
dynamic, but
yeah.
but you can be aware of it, of the power dynamic, and like make an informed
You
decision
can be
either
aware
to.
of it all you want. Just like the prostitute, you still have to fuck somebody.
Bro,
for
it's
you
not
to-
the same situation. A prostitute that is a prostitute because she doesn't even know what other job to do. So the last resort is, oh fuck, then I'm gonna fucking sell my body and make money that way. Do you think
Yeah, that's
Twitch is
fucked up.
is like any way like being a prostitute? Like it's not like, oh fuck, I don't know how to pay my bills. I guess I'm gonna go on Twitch. That's the safest way to fucking get money. What the fuck are you even talking about?
Speaking of which, exclamation point TTS in the chat. Can we get some bits in here? Can we get some, everyone watching on YouTube, like this stream right now. If you're watching on Twitch, follow. Watching on Kick, follow. Send some bits, send some Kick subs, send some Twitch subs.
Hey, Nonfon.
Everyone
I
in
don't
PPG's
even-
chat.
I don't
Uh,
even beg that
Streamers,
much
right?
fucking
They
non-fun.
have
That was
They have
one
food on
call to
their plate, they
action,
have a
man.
roof on
That's
their
not
head, right?
begging that
They weren't,
much.
like in severe poverty. So why are you making the argument that they were forced because they couldn't do without the views? They were clothed.
Okay,
they had
listen
food,
to me.
they
Listen
had-
to me.
I don't even know if I would say that they were
Views equals- hold on,
forced. I just-
I want to answer what
Okay.
this retard just said. The more views equals more people, which equals more chance of getting way more money. That's what it is, dude. That's what you're
and a
aiming for. I'm a
prostitute
streamer.
having
I'm telling you,
more
that's how it is.
sex gives her more money in her pocket. It's the same thing.
It is the same thing.
Okay,
It's
so
in-
are prostitutes
you're right.
still coerced unless they're in poverty? Are they coerced to do anything? These women
so-
can
You don't
also
think
just
that?
get another job.
Tim Flo, you don't think that prostitutes are coerced into having sex with people?
No.
Is that what you just said?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Even
I
the
said
ones in
choice
poverty, even the ones that are
I'm gonna
like,
kill
I
myself.
literally said out loud, except if they're in poverty. But these Twitch women were clearly not
Oh.
in poverty. They had makeup on their face, food on their
Wait,
plate,
but
a
he-
robe on their head, and were
What?
completely fine.
Is that how that works,
weren't-
dude? You think
Yeah,
that's how
these
that
weren't
works?
hobos. These weren't hobos Twitch streaming.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
I mean, I wouldn't even use the word forced. I don't think these people were like forced to flirt with Destiny. If this even, again, I have not read Destiny's DMs, okay, but
What the fuck would he have said to them? Fucking flirt with me, or I'm gonna come to your house and slit your throat?
Hey,
What?
well, no,
Okay,
that
nobody's
would be
saying that
forced,
they were forced.
but
No. I agree. I agree that there was no force involved, right? But there was a definitely
student.
power dynamic. We can all agree. Ophelia
What
wants
does
to
that
blame
mean?
the fucking girls.
Of course, how is it
I would blame the motherfucker, the predator, who goes around saying,
You're not a
"Look at
fucking
how much."
predator. You're insane.
This is basically what you
define
are.
I don't know if I would-
Define power
Predator
dynamic.
is
What I
weird.
am?
You are, brother. You are
Okay,
wielding
that's-
some
no.
form of power.
Okay, PPG, can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
So you have a certain amount of.
I'm gonna take a piss. I'm listening. Go
Okay,
ahead.
then I'm gonna wait.
Oh
Well,
my
this.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Well, I'm gonna.
It's bro, what the fuck? Oh no. Yo, Nonfon, would you agree
Yeah.
that these women were clearly, by their appearance, basically not in poverty? They had money to buy makeup and
You're a fucking
accessories
ape,
in their
Tim
room.
Flo.
They
Wait,
had
what
food
woman?
And they had a
What woman?
house. They had like normal expenses for that everyday people have, right?
These Twitch streamers
The
or
women that are.
prostitutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, these women, these Twitch streamers with Destiny.
Yeah, they're not in poverty. No, absolutely not. That's why I'm not even
How is
comfortable
it-
using the word forced. They clearly like weren't forced to flirt with Destiny. It's just that, again, it's a blurry, it's a more blurred line than that. But
Okay, so
And I
if
also
a
think that
woman
there
like
can be coercion, even though that they don't, they weren't starving or something, right? So you can still feel like the necessity. Okay, I need more viewers. I need more money. Even though you can pay for your bills and everything. So there can still be coercion going on. And I'm not saying like there wasn't a power dynamic that was at play. I think in some cases there probably was, but I think it's just as much the responsibility of the woman and the man or whatever to make sure that nothing bad happens in this fucking power dynamic. I don't even think just because there is a power dynamic that people cannot engage in flirting with each other. I think just they have to, have that in the back of their mind and see if everything's happening consensually, right? So I think the flirting can still be going on even though there is a power dynamic.
I would
Real.
say that's pretty consensually, in my opinion. Like, I wouldn't say that if a woman at her same economic status decided to become a prostitute because she wants a lot of money, and then she gets fucked, that means that's coerced sex or anything.
I don't think that would be coercive, to be clear.
Okay, but how is that different from Destiny?
Because I
Destiny
think,
is
again,
like
the prostitute knows what they're getting into. I think and again, I haven't read Destiny's DMs, but I think in a case of like someone messaging a streamer, if they're just expecting a friendly collab with that streamer and then Destiny starts flirting with them, they might not want to reject that flirting.
But don't they know what they're getting into if he's making his intentions clear?
Also, Isaac, you keep telling me I'm wrong. Join the VC if you think I'm so wrong. I don't know what the fuck you mean.
Where's this motherfucker, Isaac? Bring him in. Give
He's
him the
DMing me.
link. Give him the
I
link.
sent him the link already.
Don't you think that at the point where Destiny starts flirting, these women should be able to make a proper decision and understand what they're getting into at that moment? Just like how the prostitutes get randomly asked outside because they know this woman is a prostitute to make some kind of appointment every time the appointment.
Because, again, the prostitute knows what she's.
Okay, wait. Yeah. No, you're right. Go ahead, Nonfon.
The prostitute knows what they're getting into. Again, they expect once they become a prostitute to be asked on the street to have sex. The person DMing Destiny might not expect that.
Okay, Ophelia. My turn. Ophelia.
Yes.
Me and you is a actual. There's no power dynamic, dude. Even though I'm a fucking streamer, I'm not.
You have more
Destiny,
views
dude.
than I do.
Okay, dude, but you are. This is bullshit. Destiny.
That's your logic. It's your logic.
Destiny is an international fucking known streamer. Everybody knows that if you milk this motherfucker like a cow, you can get somewhere, right?
You
This
know
is
that
why
people
women
milk you
are-
for content too, right?
That doesn't happen.
People milk you for content.
Oh, it doesn't
because
happen.
People milk. Okay, people milk. Everybody milks each. This is the fuck. I agree with you. But once Destiny
Please
goes
stop
on the
milking
prowl,
me,
meaning,
PPG.
Oh, I can wield. I know I'm a cow. I can wield this. I can wield my milkers or whatever, and I can get some pussy. That's what makes Destiny wrong, right? He knows he's doing that, dude. Yes.
It's the same thing as average rich men having sex, or just a guy with a prostitute. If a rich guy goes up to a woman on the street and says, "Yo, I'm a millionaire. Do you want me to pay you
Who the fuck is that?
$500,000 for
It's
a
Isaac.
night?"
It's Isaac.
Oh, that's gay.
Yeah, I would love
That's
$500,000.
Literally
Take off the
true.
flag, or you're getting banned.
Don't do
Yo,
that.
PPG. If a
PPG
woman outside,
homophobic?
right,
What the hell?
approached by a millionaire, and the
You didn't
millionaire
know?
says, "I will pay you $500,000 if you sleep with me." Is that coerced and rape or anything remotely like
It
that?
is.
I would say it's
not
definitely
rape, but it is definitely is coercion.
Yeah. But
Yeah, in that
see,
case,
they're,
what's
they're,
wrong with coercion? Who the fuck cares then? Like, you're neutralizing the term so much that it doesn't even carry any value anymore to care about it. Like,
yeah, I think consent is the most important thing that you should talk about, right? And I think if these people were flirting with each other, and it was consensual, even though then later the girl was like, "Oh fuck, I only did that because I wanted the views, and now I'm a bit embarrassed." Like, but it's not like anything huge, like any huge thing that happened. That shit happens. I think, and I don't even think that should be any like topic of discussion when it comes to the Destiny thing. I think there's worse shit that happened in the whole Destiny thing than him flirting with other streamers.
Yeah, that's true.
Nobody's saying that he's some rapist motherfucker. Now he needs to go to jail because
I think you would say that.
no one.
You don't think he should go to jail because of sex crimes?
No, of course not. How is that?
Listen to me. Listen. Don't go into law, dude, because I know Florida law. He is guilty as fuck.
Okay,
This
then
is
by
a political
what law?
understander.
By what law?
What?
By what law?
There is a law that if both parties.
Oh, come on, you can't even cite the law.
Jerry.
Which law?
Jerry.
You know-
you want me to cite the actual fucking law? You want me to? I'm gonna go.
You know
find
how
it.
law
I mean, you
works,
just said
bitch?
you, like,
Yes,
knew
you
it,
have to show us
but-
the actual fucking law.
I'll go fucking find the revenge porn law in Florida, which is very clear.
That's not
If
the
both
topic.
parties did
Not
not
revenge
consent,
porn. Okay,
You
show us the. Okay, yes, please, PPG, show me the.
Okay,
show me the law. Show me the law.
you're finding
Show
the
me the
law,
law.
PPG, Isaac, what am I wrong about? What are my two
Let's say,
positions that
doesn't
I'm...
that- well, just to go back to that, doesn't that require an intent for malice? Which it would be very difficult to establish an intent for malice.
Thank you, Isaac.
in the
Yeah, I
Destiny
don't
case.
know the whole, like, I don't know for sure if he's
And this is someone
guilty,
who thinks he
but...
was wrong.
intent for
But the problem-
malice? What do you mean?
What do you mean? I know law. I know law. What do you mean intent for malice? I know law. I know law. I
I know
agree.
law.
As a
It's
political
guaranteed.
understander.
Like 2 days
What's
ago in
intent for
Nonfon.
malice?
Intent in the law?
So
What?
it's required that the way you acted was reckless or with the intent to cause emotional distress to a
It was
person. I think it's the way
definitely
it's
was
written.
reckless.
But with the intent to cause emotional distress to another person.
With the intent to cause emotional, but
Yeah, it's in
You
the
think
statute
that's
of
gonna-
revenge porn for Florida law.
okay, you don't think that applies to Destiny because he was definitely
No.
trying to fuck that
Um,
19-year-old, right? And then it got leaked,
Well, that's not illegal,
and
but...
then
I don't know what a lawyer could establish, so I personally think he was easily in the wrong. But
well, this is the problem with law
But-
is that if
Because
you have
if
the
she
the
knew-
highest
you can
bidder
make
is
the
gonna
case.
win.
if she knew that
That's
he was
so
doing
true,
it, wouldn't
PPG.
that cause emotional distress? He acted in a way that he knew that if it was open to light, that like it would cause emotional distress. He acted in a way that was reckless, that if she knew about it, would cause emotional distress. You could probably show that as a lawyer.
Like leaking, and that's not just one girl, dude. Which
But
is
there's
gonna
also the
apply in
other
this
side.
fucking case. It's gonna apply in many. Whoever the fuck is the jury or whatever, right? He did leak a lot of this shit. You don't think that applies to him maliciously fucking didn't give a fuck about the people who did not consent to this shit?
I don't think that he sent it to that person with the intent of it being leaked to the public.
But he did so
No.
with a lot of recklessness, and you could establish
Yes,
that.
definitely.
Yes.
And you could establish that it is a possible outcome in that interaction that it does get leaked. So he would have acted with that intent, knowing that if it did get leaked, that would cause malice.
You know what?
But
I'm gonna
that's not
donate
it.
to Pixie.
Sorry, not malice.
I'm gonna donate to
emotional
Pixie
distress.
another $100 just so she needs her. I'm gonna do it right now, dude. I'm gonna donate
Sure.
$100 to Pixie.
Do that.
Like that one
I
time with
hope this
argument,
motherfucker
about
goes
RFK, and I
straight
fought
to
RFK.
jail.
I mean, Pixie's
Oh,
case is
Pixie's
civil,
civil,
but...
Pixie's
Yeah,
a
Cherry's
civil
is
suit.
criminal.
Civil suit.
Donate
which
to
will
Cherry if you want
cripple-
the criminal case.
No. But it's gonna. You're right. It's gonna cripple
Well,
Destiny at
Pixie
least
is just a-
economically.
Fucking
And-
gold
and-
digger business.
I don't know about that. There was DMs leaked a while back that was from way before this even got leaked. That was her and Erudite that showed that she was literally planning on donating it all to charity. As she was just saying to Erudite that this is more about the actual
Destiny being punished.
revenge for what happened. Yeah, exactly.
Is that
You know,
not
DMs
okay?
about.
Which woman was what was the name of the woman you're complaining about that you think is coerced by views and money to have sex with him? What wasn't
No,
that?
all
the
of
thing?
them.
Probably
Probably.
all of them. Probably all of them is
all
the
of
case.
them. Yes, but
Okay,
there
then
is
you're
no.
basically
Can Destiny have
accusing
sex
him
with
from
anyone?
engaging with gold diggers. That's basically the complaint you're having.
Well, I wouldn't
Okay,
call it.
and
I wouldn't
Destiny-
call it that.
Listen to me.
Wait, do you
listen to
think
me.
if, like,
Destiny
someone
can
gets
have
hit
sex
on by
with
their-
many people, but
With
you don't
who?
think you don't think there is a you don't think there's a fucking pattern, dude? Because there is clearly a pattern that he goes to these girls that
I
are
have no
smaller
clue.
streamers and tries to hook up with them, right?
Okay, and
I don't know. I don't know if that's I don't know if that's a shtick or if that's his plan.
You don't know if that's a shtick or a friend.
Just
I
because
don't know
there is a
what to tell you,
pattern,
man.
just because there's a
If there's
pattern,
5 fucking women.
just because
that
there's a
have said
pattern,
that, yeah,
that
this is
doesn't
what he
mean
does,
that
dude.
it's his intent. Just because there is a pattern doesn't mean that he was seeking out these women.
Okay, well then,
If I'm in a friend
this
group
is a massive gray area, dude. Massive gray area. So
Yeah, of
people-
course.
You could believe Ophelia, or you could believe me. I don't give a fuck. Destiny's a motherfucker, dude.
Believe what?
But you're kind of asking for like a smoking gun, like in a lot of like in every criminal case, like you're not usually able to prove like a smoking gun when it comes to like intent or like their state of mind. Usually
that's
you have to
true.
show a pattern of behavior. Usually that's the one thing you really look for is a pattern of behavior.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, but the pattern.
Well,
the,
then PPG's right.
Is
Sorry,
I don't think that
PPG
the
ever
pattern
wrong?
shows intent. If I, like he moves around a lot in these circles, right? So it would make sense that if he has sex with people, that they're part of the circle that he engages in, because he doesn't engage in a lot of other circles.
I would say you could get him into problems with the leaked videos, but
Of
the
course, yeah, he
about
should have problems with the
coercion
leaked
is
videos.
just bullshit. Like, if a woman looks pretty, right, I might feel coerced to quickly have sex with her because maybe I won't meet another woman this
I don't think
pretty,
you would be coerced by her
right?
beauty.
Am I coerced to have sex with a
No,
attractive woman?
I don't think that's coercion.
I don't.
Okay,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
how is it any different from Destiny with, oh, I might never meet a streamer this popular again, let me quickly milk him for views. That's the same thing. You're just taking the opportunity and
I mean,
making
Nonfon does that
transaction
a lot.
you see is worthy.
Yeah, I do that to Ophelia all the time. I say, you're never gonna be a big streamer if you don't.
Great.
I
don't
mean, you
send
go to bigger streamers.
feet pics right now.
I'm not. All right, I'm on it.
Nonfon is jailbait, is what you're saying? He goes
Whoa.
to
No,
bigger
I'm
streamers.
saying that Nonfon
first
goes
of
to bigger
all-
streamers to milk them for views.
Do everything
Well,
you need to do to
oh,
me.
that I do. I thought you meant I was the big streamer
No, you're
extorting
not
women.
flirting with them. I'm saying that you're going to them to milk them for views.
That
is true, I do that.
That's some sort of prostitution, too.
For gain.
I agree with what we were saying, dude. When it comes to that, there is a power dynamic, but what can we do, right? But Destiny is guilty of what he did with the leaks.
I don't think
Sex
anyone
crime.
disputes that.
Yes.
Okay.
Or this
well, then,
concept of power dynamic that you basically just made up has absolutely zero importance.
I don't think we
what do
made
you
that
mean I
up.
made up, dude? A
made
prostitute,
up.
you fucking prostitute. You have a power dynamic over her. She needs your money.
You think there's
You're gonna
something-
give her
do
her
you
money.
think-
She's gonna suck your dick.
She doesn't need shit. She wants. It's not like she will. All prostitutes will
She
buy.
wants?
Tim,
Yeah, she
Tim,
wants.
do you think
She
there's
wants
something?
money.
Do you think there's something wrong, like if a boss or a manager levies the position for like sexual favors with an employee? Like if
Unless
the
they're
employee's getting
basically-
something out of it, they're getting
Like, it depends,
good
right?
favor.
If they're saying like,
It depends.
yeah, if they're saying fuck me or I'm going to fire you, then that shit is wrong. But if they're saying like I'll pay you double the wage if you have sex with me, then I wouldn't say that. No.
I would say that's wrong.
That's
Oh
not
my
wrong in your
God.
opinion.
No, it's basically like a prostitute, right? You're paying her for
God.
sex.
Yeah, but he's
dude.
using his position of like in that position though. That woman is not in a position where
She's
they can say no.
not a
comfortably, like, you
prostitute.
understand that, right?
What do you
Also-
mean? Yes, she is in a position to say no. She can say no. I don't want sex for
And
the
then,
extra
but the
money.
problem with
but
that is built into
you-
that is the implication that her job would be
Yeah.
affected. You understand that, right?
That's
And
not
no,
what
wait,
we're
no,
saying,
fine. You
though.
don't
Like,
agree with that
if the
though,
man,
because if
right,
you don't
if
think
the man
prostitution's
is-
wrong, you don't understand that.
If the
I
man
really
is
I
giving
think-
negative
I-
feedback,
I-
right? Wait,
well, I wanna
wait,
hear
wait,
more
wait,
about
wait.
that.
If the man is giving negative
Some
feedback,
prostitution's
like,
wrong.
If you say no to the deal, there will be consequences. I would say that's wrong. But if there's no negative feedback and only like this transactional thing of I'll pay you money for saying yes,
Have you?
and
Fuck,
that's
this
not
is so-
forced or coerced. That's just a transaction that you're agreeing.
Have you ever
upon.
watched? Have you ever watched It's Always Sunny with Philadelphia? This is gonna sound random, but I still want to make it relevant.
No.
Okay, there's this really funny episode where this guy gets a boat, and he's like, I love this boat because I can ask women to have sex on it, and they won't say no because of the implication. Because we'll be out in the middle of the ocean, and the implication. And it's this joke throughout the show, and the obvious thing behind it is that, like, this woman won't want to say no because what could happen to them, right? Like, you could say, like, there's no negative in the situation that it happens, but you don't know until afterwards, and you don't want to take that risk because it's not implicit, it's implicit, it's not said, right? So for their manager, it's not said, hey, if you don't say yes, I'm going to affect your job, but the implication is going to be because of this power this person has over them, that saying no will damage your relationship with them, therefore damaging your work relationship, therefore putting your life literally in jeopardy when you're talking about, like, your money or your financials.
Yeah, but this is some kind of assumption that you're making. Like, what if the man even specifically says, if you say no, I won't lower your wage like that? Well,
They
why
could
does
say
it even
that,
matter
but they still
Can
shouldn't
I-
be in that position because of the power they have over that
Doesn't
person.
really
This
matter.
woman-
Yeah,
Okay,
how do
one
you even?
second.
I wouldn't
Man.
trust that.
Think of it like this. Think of it like
Oh.
this. Think of it like this. This woman being in the position where the man wants sex with her to begin with probably already has an advantage socially over the men in the workspace, right? So she already is in a privileged position in comparison to the rest of that workspace. So her saying no
What?
might maybe
Tim,
lower that
what the
form of
fuck?
disappointment,
PBG,
but
shut the
it's
fuck
not
up.
like she's gonna have some kind of significant disadvantage over the other people working there. That's just not how that shit works. These
I
women
mean,
that do
that-
this
that
say
even
yes,
applies to-
simply want money. That's it.
That even applies to, let's say the manager doesn't even offer any money or anything, and he just starts flirting with someone who is beneath them, like you know what I mean. And they think, okay, what if I don't respond to it? then I'm gonna be fired. Maybe that's the exact same situation. No.
Yeah, but this is some kind of fear. Like, what if the man
Exactly.
even
I'm not
said-
saying that the fear is rational. I'm just saying that would be the same exact
That's the
situation
reason
that
you're not
Isaac just
supposed to-
proposed.
Yeah, that's the reason you probably shouldn't do that, is because there's that built-in power dynamic which can cause stress to people or put people in
Right,
situations
sure,
where they
but what
feel
I'm
emotionally
Question
asking-
is
really
if
fucked
that's a
up.
real fear or not. I think that you have to go on by if the fear is real
It's
and justified
founded?
or not.
The only way to find
In
out
the
that fear is
Destiny
founded,
thing,
though, is
right?
for
In
the
wait.
for
In the
actions to
Destiny
happen,
thing,
right?
There is no fear of any negative feedback. There can't possibly be. It's only withdrawing the thing he's already giving you. So let's say to
No,
make it an
these
equal
streamers are
scenario-
trying
Wait,
to make a
let me
living,
finish.
dude.
Let me finish the sentence. Yeah, but without either, if they never met Destiny, they wouldn't get that advantage to begin with, right? But what I'm saying is,
Okay,
this
but that's-
boss,
They never
right?
had
Wait,
their
let me
manager-
finish the sentence, bro. This boss, right? What if he literally explicitly says that there's no negative consequences
matter.
in rejecting the flirting? And let's say this woman doesn't have that fear. If she does it purely because of the fact that she wants more money and isn't afraid of losing any kind of normal thing she needs, right? Is that coercion, forced, or is that just a transaction like prostitution?
The problem with your hypothetical is you're assuming you can know the state of mind of those people in those situations. One, the woman's never going to be making that decision like, I know for sure that he won't negatively affect me if I say no. The problem is that's never going to be the case ever. Even if this person's
Right,
like,
in the case
I
of
will not
Destiny,
use this
it
against
literally
you.
is, though.
Just in the manager one, though. No, not in that one. In the manager situation, even if the manager explicitly says, hey, you can say no, I will not hold it against you. That person's never going to walk away from that situation being like, he's definitely not going to hold that against me because he said that. Like, it just... There's never going to be a situation in which that you fully believe that to be the case, and that's the problem because you.
But
don't
isn't
fully
there
believe
never
that
going to
be
be a
the case.
situation like
Yeah.
at any point, even if you're like, let's say he's not my manager, he is my coworker, and he starts flirting with me, and I say no, then I can be like, oh fuck, but what if I say no? Then he's going to go to my boss and make up some lie about me, and then he's going to get me fired.
That's
Exactly.
obviously
somewhat power dynamic.
less of
That
a-
is a somewhat power dynamic.
The difference is you
But-
had to
but
go
it-
to the manager. There's no power dynamic
Yeah.
for you two though, to coerce your decisions.
No.
That's
You
called
can say that there's a
blackmail.
power
If you
dynamic
don't
there,
do this,
but
it's
it's
gonna go
the
to your
same thing.
manager.
Oh,
It's
fella,
not.
it's lesser than fucking somebody.
Yeah,
manager.
Yeah, I would say
obviously-
it's lesser.
it's obviously
I would say it's
lesser.
lesser. But I'm
That's the
saying
whole
there's
fucking
never.
point. Destiny is a fucking very prominent streamer, dude. These
With
women
Destiny,
are like
that negative feedback isn't even there because if he just fucks off, then there's no thing he's taking away from her that he didn't. give her
Yeah,
to
he doesn't
begin
have
with.
a history of, talking about women that he's previously had relationships in a bad way and that we've learned to come to light later that he was still actively engaging in a sexual relationship with while speaking bad about them and painting them horribly to his community.
Are you talking about Anna?
I mean, not specifically, but that would fit with her, wouldn't it? Fit with her, fit with Lab, fit with most
Dude,
women
his
that
own
have come out
fucking
against him.
ex-wife said that he was showing people their this Destiny's not a good person, dude. Stop defending him, please.
I mean, I think
Ophelia,
he's a
what are you
sexual
doing?
degenerate in general because he
The-
lets his wife get fucked by other men. I think he's a degenerate for sure.
Yeah, that's a big issue. Yeah, definitely.
Oh
wait,
my
real
God,
quick,
you
Isaac.
have
Why am I?
the
Wait, Isaac. Why am I wrong about?
No, I'm not.
Why am I wrong about prostitution?
Oh my
I never pointed out why the hypothetical previous one was wrong though. The problem with the
Sure.
coworker going to your manager though is because the manager flirting with you, there's not this built-in power dynamic in there. There's not that built-in implicit. If you affect this negatively, it could go wrong. Now that could happen, and that and there could be negative effects from doing that. But there isn't a power dynamic in which that you were put in a position in which it can negatively affect your job. It could still negatively affect your job, but the power dynamic between a coworker is not the same between the power dynamic of your boss. That's why even in your hypothetical, they had to go to the boss to use the power in that situation, right?
Yeah, but they could still
Hey,
do
what
that.
if they
It's
sabotage?
a
Yes, they
smaller
could be.
dynamic,
Oh,
but
they
it's
could
still
still
there.
do that.
Kill them. What if they kill
Yeah,
them?
they can still
Like,
do that. It's just not. It's not a power dynamic being used though. It's like what, extortion. It's like it's a different thing happening.
It's
there.
yeah.
It's the power
You could
dynamic.
say
of
that's
the
a
male
power
having a
dynamic, dude,
physical
but it's
It's
extremely-
the power
it's-
dynamic of the male having a stronger body by default, right? I can beat up a woman if I want to, basically.
Yes, that
So
is
does
true.
that
There is a
mean
my-
that
dominant
it's
aspect
my
of
mixed
women.
right.
Yes,
It's
I
always
do.
mixed right.
That is a.
Might does make
That is
right.
a
This
true
is so
fact of the
true.
world.
Am I always wrong for asking a woman something because she might be
Yes, you are.
Alone and then think, oh, maybe this guy will hit me if I say no. Oh, so I'm
Okay,
forcing her to risk everything I ask.
Hold on, Tim.
I mean, do
fuck
I
up.
think you should act in ways to keep that power dynamic in mind? Yeah, but do I think that situation that you came up with is a little weird?
So,
It-
hey, woman, do
During
you want sex?
Tim,
Oh
Tim,
no!
I'm gonna talk.
When I say
Tim,
no.
you're gonna get fucking muted, Tim. chill out.
Man, you overtalk
Under
people and never let
under
anyone
our
else talk for more than 5
under
seconds.
our societal norms, Destiny has a huge power dynamic over these smaller streamers, now it's a fucking pattern. Now we can see that it's a pattern. Denims, Cherry, it's 5 or 6, right, of these women that have come out and said, yeah, this is what he does, dude, including his ex fucking wife. I mean, if you don't want to view that this guy is a predator, I don't know what to tell you, dude.
Oh, okay, define predator first of all, because I don't.
Yeah,
see
now you're
it.
losing me.
You don't. Okay, well, I don't want to say a predator, but he.
No, okay, that's
I
a
don't
very
know
strong
what
word.
to say. It's
It's
a
a
lesser
predatory
predator,
act,
dude.
but it
A light
doesn't have to be
predator. It's a
predator to do it.
predatory
Definitely a
act.
gooner.
Exactly.
Oh my god, bro.
Okay,
this
Gooner
Gooner
is
is
a
definitely
predatory
a
act.
good word.
It's a predatory
Gooner is
act.
definitely. I
I
would
don't
say
think
inherently a
Gooner-
predatory
Gooner is
act,
too
but I don't know
light.
if his intent
Gooner's
behind
too
it is
light.
predatory itself. Is what I would say. That's what I would say. It is a predatory act to go out to try to sexually engage with people you have a power dynamic over. But is it predatory of yourself? It depends on your intent in the situation. If you are loving
Isaac,
that,
What's
I
up,
know you might
Ghosty?
be
Welcome
gay, but
back.
What you just said literally means heterosexual sex. You literally
Listen.
just said heterosexual sex is immoral because men are stronger and they always have an inherent.
True, that's exactly what he
No, he
said.
just
It
explained
is.
how-
Yes, that's exactly what
You
You
I
should
said.
only do gay sex. This is accurate
Also,
and
I'm
true.
straight. I just have a Ukrainian flag behind me.
Ukrainian. That's Ukrainian. Okay, new Ukrainian flag. Okay,
It's actually the Azov flag.
really.
People don't know
But I
that.
always say when I have homophobic
Days
people in the
off.
chat, I just say it's the Ukrainian flag.
Base.
Oh, Ukraine.
Because they always ask the same thing. They always say, what's the flag behind you? I'll be like, it's Ukrainian. Not just. But yeah, no,
Oh,
that's
well.
not what I was saying at all.
I mean,
But
if I actually follow the logic you just used to the utmost degree, that means that if I want sex with a woman, since I'm always inherently physically stronger, I always have some kind of power dynamic, which always makes it slightly immoral. That's literally the conclusion you come.
I don't know if I don't know if either of us would hold that any
That's-
power dynamic is always immoral.
Okay, so
Yeah.
what makes it immoral? Are power dynamics do they even matter? First of all, I don't.
Because at some point, at some
I
point,
think-
the power
I think
dynamic
what
is
they're
strong
saying
enough
is
where
there-
you're.
Power dynamics that do fucking matter. Yes.
I don't even say no. Wait, PPG. I think that what they're saying is that there's a certain level where the power dynamic or the power indifference is so high that there are moral implications that are
Yes,
coming
that
with it.
Implicitly, you're going to think if you are a person offered this, that if you say no, it will negatively affect your life in a major way. I don't think Now I'm gonna take a guess
This
here
is
'cause
why
I'm not
we
a
have
woman.
consent
I don't think the
laws,
power
dude.
dynamic. I don't think the
This
power
is
dynamic
literally
between
why we
men
have
and women
consent
is so
laws.
big that a woman in every situation thinks that if they say no, a man is gonna hit him with a meanest uppercut. I don't think that's the same amount of possibility. I don't think is there.
Right, but
Fuck
do you
you.
genuinely these women were afraid that Destiny will lie about them to his audience? Is that?
I mean, he
the
has.
fear?
We have a established pattern of behavior for lying about
Destiny
stuff.
lies
We see
all
it
the
all
fucking
the
time.
time.
They may not know that.
Are
So
you fucking kidding
Right,
me?
but these are random ass women of which he doesn't really know much. To
Aren't
begin
these
with,
streamers?
A lot of
Aren't
these
these
women are
streamers?
streamers who go into
That's not
and
random.
have
That's
debates
people who
with him,
directly
dude.
know this environment. Yeah.
Yes.
This isn't
Right, but
random.
these women, right? They don't have some kind of previous relationship publicly known.
Tim,
with-
shut the fuck up, Tim. It's obvious you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
It would make
Dude.
any logical sense for him to lie about to begin with. He isn't gonna lie.
Yeah,
about it
I agree.
randomly
Unless it's like
public.
malice. Yeah, I agree. There is no logical reason for him to lie about these situations other than malice. Yes, and he
No,
has a
do
pattern
you-
of
do you
behavior with
think
that.
If these women said no, Destiny could have, even if he wanted to, go on his stream and said, "Oh, this random woman that you guys don't even know about that I had a hookup with once, fuck her," and that would have any implications for this stream.
The problem is you don't
genuinely-
understand what you're talking about. You're saying that you're acting like these people are just unknown people that are known. These people are usually known in the community. They're usually brought on stream. They're usually people that you've interacted with frequently. The community is able to usually tell who is in a sexual.
Now I know how
relationship
Darius
with
felt,
and
bro.
is going to be caused
7
to-
a.m. where I am.
But it's
I need to start- I need to-
I
need to go soon.
audience doesn't really give a fuck. They'll hear it once, and then after that, not give a fuck anymore and forget.
Yeah,
about
you
it.
just no. You don't. You can check like people he's previously interacted with, like Twitter. After like years, there'll still be people in the tweets that will be like saying something about Destiny in the tweets because the size is so much bigger. If 1% of Destiny's community will antagonize this person over like 3 years, that's going to be bigger than that person's entire community because of the size difference.
By the way, maybe PPG said this wrong, but what he's told me is that these are small streamers that Destiny comes up to just to have sex with. So
Yeah, I don't fully agree with PPG. Let me be clear. Okay, me and him differ on some areas. Okay.
So you don't think
I am
these
my own
women are
person.
small streamers that he just talks to have sex with and then leaves?
I am not fully in the belief that he is like intending on like using his power to fuck these smaller streamers. That could be the case, and I easily could believe that. But I don't see like evidence
do
of
you
him.
agree with PPG that these are not like figures that he talks to regularly, but these are just women he matches up with, fucks, and then never talks to again? That's basically the message.
There are both, but
Okay,
no,
so
usually
for
it's
those
streamers.
types of women, right? For those types of women that the audience doesn't even really know, what kind of risk is that woman having?
Well,
Her
that's
shitty straight
you've
stream
taken
with
away the
10
power
viewers?
dynamic. You've taken away the power dynamic if they're not a streamer. If they're just a random person off the street, and it's also maybe
No,
he
no,
should
they are
just fuck random
streamers.
people on
They
the
are
street.
streamers. Just like
It would save it would solve everything.
No,
It
no,
would-
wait,
Okay.
Isaac.
Okay, wait.
These
No,
are
no, no,
streamers.
no,
They're
no,
shitty
please.
Streamers with 10 followers. That's what the
Me for real.
smaller streamers.
Most of them, yeah, most of the ones in the leaks are, but I assume he has slept with other people in his life that aren't streamers. And
Those
if he
women,
only
those
did that,
specific
our
dudes.
entire situation would be saved. If he just fucked normal people. If he downloaded Tinder, okay, we wouldn't be talking right now.
So do you think those smaller streamers?
Okay.
Because what PPG told me. Wait. What PPG told me was it's wrong that he did this with these smaller streamers because they feel like they have an advantage because of Destiny, right? Do you think those women, right, are coerced and because they're scared of manipulation? Because even though this Destiny guy can't literally even say shit about them because the audience doesn't know this woman or care.
Except for when he has multiple times in the past, but yeah.
He did this with like relationships and stuff.
You're even without
That's
relationships, you're presupposing that like he doesn't have a pattern of behavior of talking about like previous sexual relationships on stream or even people that have previously come out against him that he'll establish the sexual relationship. Like he does this a lot. Like,
Okay, so if Destiny comes on, right, and he says, "Oh, this random woman that you guys don't know that I DM'd, right, that didn't come on stream even, fuck her." Do you think that will have any negative effect for the woman?
if you're able to find out who the woman is, yeah.
What? Do you find a social media account? Okay, she'll just remove her shitty
you-
social
and
media
you
account
harass
with 10
them.
followers and then leave. Should just remove
You're-
the account. Issue fixed. Her
But
account
the
has
problem
10
is
viewers and-
for these streamers though, they are streamers. They consider their career to be streaming. Do you want them just to delete their streaming career? Do they have
Well,
to lose their
considering
entire
these are
career
small,
just for
shitty
engaging in sexual
streamers.
act with a person?
Considering these are small, shitty streamers, I don't think that the fear of removing your shitty account on Twitch with 2 viewers is bad enough to have sex that you don't actually want. I don't think women
Buddy,
will do that. I don't
look
believe
like-
that.
Look what
Tim,
panel
Tim,
like. If I asked
Tim.
Nonfon, would he give up his panel to have sex with a woman? I mean, his streaming career to have sex with a woman. I don't think he would want to do that. Nonfon, I
Nope.
might be crazy. Maybe, yeah,
but
like,
that's because
and
Nonfon
even when
doesn't
Nonfon was a
fuck women
3
for free.
viewer, even when
Nah,
Nonfon was a
never.
2 viewer, I don't think he would give it up.
Yeah, but he would do it for free anyway, so that's not really a good fucking.
What for free anyway? Have sex with a woman? I hate women.
Yeah. Oh, you
Bro
hate
based.
women?
Nonfon
Wait,
said
real
he
quick,
would shove,
okay.
shove a dildo up his ass for $50,000.
For
Okay,
$50,000, yes, I would. Wait,
That's what I'm
okay.
saying.
It is
See, how, see
7,
the
8.
power
Kinda bait.
dynamic?
Yeah.
See, if
I
I
would-
had $50,000 fucking dollars,
not wrong.
I'd
You're
shove
not
this
wrong.
up your ass, dude.
Wait,
That is
so-
$50,000,
Yeah,
I'm
now
shoving
Average
whatever
people-
it takes
all
up my
average
ass.
people- Average people, according to you, have a power dynamic over Nonfon because basically everyone has $50,000 in their account, right?
No.
You're presupposing so much. One, you're presupposing everyone has 50,000. 2, you're presupposing that everyone would use that 50,000 to shove up a
No,
Nonfon's
but they
ass.
can,
which-
right?
No offense,
They have
Nonfon.
that
I don't think. Yeah, they can also go out and assault someone.
Listen,
That's a
I've
power
always-
dynamic, but I don't think
I've
someone's
always
gonna go
been
outside
clear.
and people assault someone.
I've always been
okay,
clear,
but
just so
if-
everyone
if
knows.
the
If
difference
there's
between
enough,
being-
if there's enough demand for the OnlyFans, I will make it. Let me know, chat. Anyway, go back to our.
Is that coercion? If a millionaire comes up to Nonfon and says, "Here, you have $50,000, stick a fucking dildo up your asshole,"
That's
do you
coercion.
think
Yes, that is like directly
yes,
the
that
pattern
is
of behavior
coercion.
Harvey
Is that
Weinstein was engaging
is that
in.
morally wrong? Is that morally wrong?
Yes, that is directly the act of behavior Harvey Weinstein was like acting in, where he was.
Yeah, I
levying
would just disagree.
position-
I would say.
What's up, Zach?
Nonfon is
Okay, then the
retarded.
law disagrees with you. I disagree with you. Like most legal standards disagree with you, but
Tim,
that's okay.
you
I
want to
guess,
blame the
you have your own opinion.
victim. You want to
How is
blame
it
the
a
victim. That's
though?
what you want.
It's like,
Because
you
these
acknowledge
people
that,
cannot
like-
consent.
What do you
If
mean?
not,
It's a
wait,
transaction.
one
It's a
question,
transaction.
just to make.
They can
I'm just trying.
consent, but not really, dude.
PPG, wait 1 second. I'm just trying to make get all this clear. If I pay Nonfon $50,000, so
Oh,
he
you're really
puts.
getting some of this screen.
Which you don't have. I'm sorry.
Yeah, doesn't matter. If I had them and I would pay Nonfon 50,000 for him to put a dildo up his ass, is he a victim?
According to him, yeah.
It's-
Non-fun-
I don't think I
I would
necessarily
say that
am. It would
you
depend
have
on the
fif-
other opportunities available to me. Considering I do have other opportunities available to
Yeah.
me to earn an income,
If
I wouldn't
somebody
consider
said,
it.
hey, in Nonfon, go
But you-
sweep the floor over here for $50,000, he would be like, why am I gonna shove a fucking dildo up my ass when I could sweep the floor? You see what I mean? That's the
In
power
the same
dynamic,
way, yeah, in
dude.
the same way prostitutes are in a position where
That's
they
a
usually have to end up
transaction,
doing
though.
things they would rather not do.
You okay?
Isaac,
dude,
to be clear, I
it
agree
is a transaction.
with that in like American prostitution, probably like 80% of prostitutes, because we have a fucked welfare
Yeah,
state
that
are
is
in
the
a
problem.
position.
It's like whenever you say that, you're so wrong. But again, a European, since I know in Europe it's probably a lot safer. But yeah, like
Well, I don't know if you
99%
mean
of
like
prostitution in
I
America
don't know if you mean
is
by I'm wrong. I
inherently
think
wrong.
conceptually prostitution doesn't have to be coercive, and that was all that was
gotta
necessary
do
for
this
my
for
argument. I don't think it was.
According to you, it
Yeah,
I
does.
should have hedged
Yeah,
it.
it's called
Involved
fucking
with-
socialism. If you
If
have
a
a
woman,
socialist
right?
society,
Yeah,
a
but
woman loves to
Nonfon,
fuck.
that's
I mean, it could
true.
just have a
According
welfare
to your-
state, but
According
Or
to
whatever.
your position, that's always coercion. You
Yeah,
it is always
under your-
coercion.
With
Well,
your
wait.
position,
No,
Prostitution always
nobody
means
said that.
coercion.
Nobody
Yes,
said
it
that.
does, and he doesn't. Yeah, no, he doesn't realize that.
no, but it follows. The logic follows
It does.
that if,
Yes, I
if-
agree with you. That's what I'm trying to explain to Nonfon.
wait,
yes.
I don't think it
What?
follows it. I think prostitution is
No,
always
Nonfon
coercion because
didn't
in the
say
case.
that.
Nonfon, do you remember earlier, Nonfon, where you said that it's wrong if someone else has other economic because it's wrong if someone does something in a situation in which they had other
Not
economic
clicking that, Zach.
opportunities they would not do it. Like where you said, if someone offers you 50,000 to shove, I'm just gonna say do something, Jesus, do something, and you could do other things, but you're in a but you can't because you can't do other things. You do it. It's probably a little bit like inherently exploitative, right? The same thing is for prostitution, where I think most of the time, if people had other economic opportunities available to them, I don't think they would go down the route of prostitution. Now that's for America. I don't know. If
Isaac, if I could flip a coin and get $1 million, I would quit my job. Am I a slave now because I'm forced to do my job? Because if I had other options like that, were
Yeah,
easier
because
for
when
me, I
you
wouldn't
flip
do the
that
job.
coin, the probability of
What?
you flipping that coin to get
No,
the
no, no,
$1 million
wait.
I don't know the
you're
point
not
of this
going to
now.
Follow
get
that
it.
at all, my boy.
PPG is ruining it and not actually saying what I mean. So, Isaac, what I'm saying,
lost
if
you.
you could do an easy task, right, like click a button on a
Okay.
fucking wall, and you get $1 million from that, you would pick that over your job, yeah?
Yes.
course.
Okay, so just like like Nonfon, if you could sweep the floor instead of suck a dick, he would do that to get the same amount of money instead. Am I being exploited by going to my job for money instead of pressing a magic button on the wall? Because there would be other options to get that same money. It's a
Yes, you are.
transaction, right? Is
Yes,
that
you are.
coercion?
Yeah,
it
you
is
are.
You're talking to a
exploitation.
communist. Yeah, I was gonna say you're talking to a communist.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Yeah, this
ask him
guy,
if you think labor's
PPG
exploitative.
believes all wage
Isaac,
labor is
are you
coercive.
communist?
So
Also-
Wait.
No.
Even in
You
communism,
Isaac
believe in
isn't.
an
PPG
egalitarian
is.
society.
Wait. Even if
Fucking-
you're a communist, right?
oh no,
Fucking
Isaac!
bitch.
Oh no, he's being
Fucking bitch.
corrupted.
What the
Isaac,
fuck? I
Isaac,
didn't know.
Isaac,
Oh
No,
no,
I'm
he's
not,
reading
I'm not,
Marx
I'm
now.
not.
Oh no, oh
I'm
no,
not
no, no,
capitalist,
no,
but I am
no.
reading
Did you just
Marxist.
trick me?
I'm reading Marxist right now.
I'm
I'm not a
blocking you.
communist though.
I'm blocking you
Yo,
right now.
Isaac, even if you're a
You,
communist,
are you
need to
actually
go-
reading it?
I'm not.
Holy
Yes, I am actually reading it. There's a bookmark.
I have
Even if
better-
You're gonna
wait.
become a communist. Don't worry.
I'm gonna send you all the literature. I'm on
Oh
it.
no.
Don't do it.
Wait, what
I forgot to
literature,
back my
Ophelia? The communist literature or the anti-communist literature?
The
I'm
putting
sorry,
up
Tim-
dildos up your ass literature, actually.
Oh,
No,
okay.
the
Tim was
communist
talking-
literature.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tim
Oh
was
boy,
talking.
oh boy, oh boy.
Go ahead, Tim.
Communist
Go ahead, Tim.
literature is
Okay,
bad.
Okay,
The-
Isaac.
The, okay, I'll answer. The problem with your. Oh, okay.
Wait,
I'm not, but the
even
problem
if
with
you
your-
are a
oh.
communist.
I can't.
No, wait, let
Lead out
Tim
an
go
earlier
first.
hypothetical.
Let me finish.
I know
Yeah,
you
go
laid out an
first.
earlier
Go ahead.
hypothetical before we move on. I'm just
Okay.
saying the problem
Okay,
with your
go ahead.
earlier.
No. Oh my God.
Wait,
Fine, just go,
Isaac,
just go.
and
No,
then
no,
Tim.
it's fine. He can
Isaac
go,
and
he can
then
go,
Tim.
he can go.
Okay.
I'll talk
Okay,
after.
even if you are a communist, right? You need to go to the farm, right? And farm your own fucking food or do some kind of job to get your share of the money, right? Which would be redistributed by the state, right? But instead, some random guy out of his
That's
free
not what
will
communism
with
is.
you go and get sent by the state to go work on a fucking farm and you get an equal share
You're
of all
talking
of
about the
his
Soviet
money, right?
Union? You think
Yeah,
that's
you're not. I was
communism?
gonna say
Okay,
even
any
I
job,
don't
any
even know
job.
you fully know if
If
that's.
you are a communist, you're not just sitting on your ass and doing nothing. You still have
Isn't
some
built
kind
into
of job.
communism that everyone's basic needs are met? I could be wrong.
Okay,
It
if
is.
you're big.
wait,
Some
that's built in,
types
right?
at
No,
least.
no, no. Now
Some-
you're
Yeah.
assuming that Nonfon's basic needs aren't already met when I ask him to shove a dildo up his ass for $50,000.
Yeah, why would he
I
shove a
don't
dildo up
know-
his ass
I
for
don't know where we're going here.
$50,000?
I'm so
The thing
Because
he's
a
doing it.
degenerate and
Why
he would do
he's
it for
doing
that
it?
money
No,
because he values the money more
he's
than
doing
than
it for
I
the
would too.
50,000. You fucking idiot!
Yeah,
you think
but it's not
Nonfon likes shit?
yeah,
I'll do it for
you
20.
think
You're not
Nonfon
getting
likes a
it.
dick in
You're
his
not
ass?
getting it.
You don't
that's
know if
not
I
what
like
I'm
dick in
saying.
my
That's
ass.
not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying at
Look
all.
at the Joe
That's not
Biden
what I'm
picture
saying at
behind him. You
fucking
can't
all.
tell.
Exactly,
That's not what I'm
As
saying.
I have this flag behind me.
So what I'm saying
I'm
is
wearing a
this guy
dress.
values the money over the act, right? It's not like this guy doesn't have his basic needs like food and a house and he will die if he doesn't do that. That's just not the case. You can see in his picture.
He lives
that he
under
doesn't
a
do-
capitalist. You're just going by what is on his screen. He lives in a capitalist system. 50,000 can give him a car, could give him a down payment on a house,
You
could
don't
give him
need it,
so
like,
three
much
people to
shit
suck his
that
penis
can
and exploit
make
them.
his life way better. So
You
he
don't
says,
need
you
a
know what?
fucking
If I
car.
have to shove this dildo off my ass, I'm gonna fucking do it. Why
Yeah,
would he not
okay,
say that?
Yes, yes. If you are a communist, right, and you have a certain amount of money, and a guy
I'm
offers
gonna
you
ban this
50
motherfucker.
a guy offers you 50 million to shove a dildo up your ass, you're still gonna take that offer if you want that, right? You're still gonna be a millionaire instead of an average guy living under communism, right? So that doesn't have anything to do with the economic system. In any economic system, if a guy offers you in any economic system, if a guy offers you an insane amount of money to do something you normally wouldn't do,
Dude,
you
listen
can
to what
take
you're
that
saying.
chance.
In an economic system, if you have if you have an economic system with money, then of course people are gonna do crazy shit for money. What are you talking about, dude?
Yes.
If you haven't, okay, that's okay. So you're debunking yourself?
No, even in communism, a guy can give you resources like grain
How
or
could you
some
get the
shit and tell you
communism?
to give that to you if you do
Under
that
a
act.
communist system, it will be a full egalitarian society, meaning everybody's gonna get their basic needs. Maybe you have a want here or there, but it's not going to be the extreme of where Nonfon's gonna say, you know what, I need to take this dick up my ass on cam
That is my
to buy a
basic
car.
need. Oh, sick.
He
That
still
is.
would, bro. Non-fun right now, he still, if he had all of his basic needs met, which it looks like he already does, but let's say
Maybe I
he
need to
doesn't
take
right
the
now,
flag
and in a
I don't know. I don't have any
imaginary scenario,
bitches,
he did.
so
If I told him I would give him $50 million if he put the dildo up his ass, and now he can buy everything his heart desires, a fucking expensive limousine,
can I buy a goth
fucking
baddie?
jet or some shit, he would probably also do it. Even if he has his basic needs, man. That's just bullshit. If I gave him insane amounts
don't know
of
if
money,
that
he
would-
still do that shitty act.
Okay, but
I
the
don't know what
basic
you
need
think
part's
my
just the
position
communist
is
talking.
at
We're
this
kinda off
point, but
topic,
like,
yeah.
I don't even know what my position is. Shit. I don't think it's necessarily. I don't think it would necessarily be
Sauce, no
coercive in
sauce.
that case. But I do like. I think some types of transactions
It would
can
be.
be coercive. It would be. It would be.
coercive
The reason it
according
would
to
be is
PPG.
because-
according to him, it would with his
One
money.
second. The reason it would be coercive non-fun is because one, would you do it without the money being involved, right? I don't know you. I assume you would
Yeah, but
not be
there's a-
shoving
I
a dildo
mean-
up your ass in front of this rager person. Wait. And I think on top of that, though, there's this built-in thing that the reason the other person is doing it is off of some like exploitative measure. Like this person obviously wants sexual gratification from you and is unable to get it necessarily from
And I
themselves.
do
so
it
they're
for a
going to be paying you for
cheeseburger.
it.
That's what
It's a
I
little
said. That's
exploitative
what
when
I
they're
said.
trying to, I saw you mute. Who are you talking to?
My
The
chat.
vocalist? Don't tell me it was him.
No,
Don't tell me
it was my buddy. It was my
It's not
goat,
you.
Zach. No localist isn't here. I don't think.
Non-fun. If you had all of your basic needs met, then I offered you $1 billion to shove a dildo up your ass, and so you can buy expensive shit and whatever the fuck you want, games and shit. Would you do that?
Yeah.
Okay, so even under your communist logic, with you already have your basic needs met.
I'm not a communist, and
We're getting so off topic on
Hold
this
on.
communist. Yeah.
I'm not a communist, and I don't even necessarily think that would fit my definition of coercive, but it might fit PPG's and Isaac's or whatever. But
What is your definition of coercive? Non-fun?
as in, like, you don't have any other like reasonable alternatives.
I mean,
Even
that's
if you
just-
have
Well,
a
in that
full-blown-
situation, you have no other reasonable alternatives to make like 1 billion.
If I have my basic
You're
needs
kind of-
met, sure, I have the reasonable
Bro,
alternative is
people
to just not
have
do it and not
people
have
will
$1
do
billion.
The easiest thing. people literally mathematically in their head just do the easiest thing for the most amount of money, right? If you have a button on your wall that gives you $1 billion when you press it, you would do that over going to your job,
Okay,
right?
but if you have a society,
What if on your way to Hogwarts there was a magical dog?
With communism,
No!
In
I would not,
order to get
not.
money, in order to get money, you had to fuck this dog.
even in
it
a
was
barter
consenting
system,
and-
even in a
There was a
barter
magical consenting dog that can be any breed or gender.
Dude, what? Nonfon, why don't you, both of you guys, so Isaac is gay and Nonfon is gay, right?
No,
You guys
I have
love
a
each other?
girlfriend.
No.
I have a
This is a
girlfriend.
gay,
I have a
this is a
girlfriend.
gay fucking thing that you guys are doing.
I'm an
I will
incel,
only sleep with one
but-
man. That is non-fun. Yeah, on the last.
How long
one.
until we see you guys fucking...
450,000.
The other guy has a rainbow flag. You are obviously both homosexuals.
I have a girlfriend.
I am not a
I've only kissed
homosexual.
human in my lifetime.
Why
Yeah,
are
how
you
dare
dressed
you?
like
I have kissed zero
Oh my
people in my
God.
life, so I don't know
Why
how
are
I
you
could be.
dressed-
I buy him that dress, so don't.
Isaac did buy me this dress.
Hey, I bought him that dress.
Oh my god.
Nonfon, I've only seen you hang out with dudes. If it wasn't for Ophelia,
I've told
I
him
would
the same
fucking
If there's just
straight up
already
say
woman in the
that
political
you
space, and
are-
also I just
He
debated a
just
woman
has no
and I
riz.
destroyed her.
No riz.
No,
Okay,
no,
well,
like,
there's
no,
yeah,
I'm
there's
talking
two
about
factors
debates. I'm
here.
talking about, like,
One,
people
no
close to
riz
you, you
and
know
no
what I'm saying?
bitches. The other one is there just aren't any like political female people. I hang out with Ghosty
fun
sometimes.
to go
Ghosty's in my
outside.
chat right now. Sorry, Ghosty. I love you, Ghosty. I am on panels with Ghosty
Who are you?
sometimes.
Ghosty, come into the chat.
Ghosty does
Come to the
not.
call.
Ghosty, I guess you can join if you want, but I would not recommend you be here, Ghosty. I don't.
Come on, Ghosty, come
Say,
on.
why non-fun? Is it coercive?
Let's go. I'm coercing Ghosty to come in.
You're coercing them while you're wearing that dress. You're coercing them with your body non-fun.
True, accurate.
I forgot that's.
Okay, listen. Tim. Under a barter system, which would be very close to communism, right? You still have coercion, dude. Listen to me. I need a sweater, and I have sheep. That's coercive, right? If you think about it. This guy needs sheep, and I need a sweater.
That's not immoral
Okay,
at all.
I know you're saying, but on societal norms, we tend to draw a line. It's kind of like fucking the 18-year-old fucking. Do you believe in concession laws, dude? Like when we draw them,
Oh,
right?
no.
So,
Not concession laws. what do you
coercion
call
is
it?
not. I'll be brave, okay, and say the super brave take of coercion is not inherently wrong. Usually, it's gonna be based upon the situation in which coercion is being used. There are I know there's nuance. Nonfon, do the.
Yeah, there is nuance. You're right.
Yeah,
That's what
so
I'm
like,
saying. There's a
like
line
an easy
that we have to
example
draw.
is like cops, right? Like cops will use coercion a lot of the time, right? They'll try to coerce people into giving confessions whenever they're like interviewing them or doing their investigations. Like, not just through the actual definition. They also use force. They also use a lot of things. But I wouldn't say I'm not a full leftist. I would not say that like cops are inherently wrong, right? But there's definitely coercion being done there. Or like with parents, but parents definitely coerce their children in a lot of ways. They'll tell them things that aren't true, so they don't do things. You could even make a case that that's wrong in some sense, and that's coercion, but like, you wouldn't say that's wrong. It's going to be based upon
There
what
has to be
coercion
some
actually
form
is.
of hierarchy, is what you're saying, which you're correct. Who has the monopoly of violence, which is the state, which is the cops you're talking about, right? If the cops tell you
not
to
even
do
like
something,
hierarchy. You
you
can
have
do
to do
coercion
it.
like, if someone's coming at me with their fist and they're trying to fight me, if I pull out my gun and I make them back away, that's coercion, right? But I wouldn't say I'm ever wrong to stop that person from coming at me, right? Self-defense is technically
it's
by
where we draw the
definition
line.
coercion. Yeah, there's nuance, guys. I hate to.
I'm gonna say that a streamer, when it comes to the streamer world, a streamer with tens of thousands of views, going up to these 100 viewer women and coercing them to suck whatever, fuck him. That's coercive as fuck, dude. That's wrong in my opinion.
I would say that a good rule to use is that it's wrong only if the rejection of the action will give a punishment harsher than doing the action itself, right? So if your parents say if you don't listen to me,
Fuck you,
if
Zach.
your parents say if you don't
How do
clean
you
the
do that with
toilet- Wait, let me
Destiny
get to
and a grown ass woman?
Finish the fucking sentence so you understand. If your parents say if you don't flush the toilet, I'll make you clean the toilet or some shit like that. You in your hand think cleaning the toilet is worse than flushing the toilet. Thus, that's some form of coercion, right? But if they say
That's
something
coercive.
of which the consequences are less than the act itself, so if
So
you
if I
don't
said-
flex
so if
the
someone
I'll
threatens
make
someone's-
you press the button, and that's not coercion because who
Okay.
cares?
Wait,
right?
Tim Flo, can you
So
give
if
an
someone
example of
threatens to,
something
like,
that would
wait,
be
no,
coercion?
please, not
Okay,
fun.
sure.
Non-fun. Yeah. So wait, if someone threatens to like sexually assault someone like at gunpoint, is sexually assault not coercion because sexual assault is better than being shot with a gun? Since the consequence of not doing it is worse, would that be not coercion in your book?
Well, in this case, you're forcing them to make either one of two choices. You're not just giving
Yeah, but
them
the
option to-
consequences of doing the action is less than being shot with a gun, and under what you just said, that would not be coercion then, because
Right,
the
but this
consequences.
scenario doesn't have like a neutral of not doing anything, right? This has you're forcing them into making one of two decisions. With Destiny, the decision is trade sex for views or leave and do nothing. Those are the options.
The
neutral
problem with that
and
is you
positive.
keep you keep presupposing that there's like there's no downside to saying no. There's this free act, which I will grant you, if there was that free act and there was that free motive and there was that free like ability to actually say no, there wouldn't
What's
be.
the downside?
What I'm saying that
If
we
you
have
are a
one.
woman with 100 Twitch followers, right? What's the downside for saying no?
Wait, 1 second, Isaac. I know what you're gonna say. The thing is, with Destiny, you said that there have been cases where he has talked badly about people, even though he was still in like flirty contact with them.
Bro,
And
see,
that,
I haven't read
that's
old
true, right?
Destiny's
But,
DMs, so I don't
but
know
what
how
you-
much Destiny
Wait, what-
himself
what-
actually
but I
forced
think what
people.
you're
But I think the
suggesting
allegation
that
that's made is that people
when
like
I
DM
would,
Destiny,
turn him down or
and
something,
once they
that
agreed to collaborate,
I
Destiny
would
would like
have
start
to,
flirting with them. At which point that
I would
woman
have to fear
will
that he
probably
was
never
definitely
turn
gonna
down
do
that
just
flirtation.
because
I think
there
that's the
have been
allegation.
cases where that
Thanks for
happened
it's a bot.
doesn't mean
Fuck you.
that always happened, right? Because you know these cases, you don't know when it didn't happen, you wouldn't even know about
spotlight
it, right?
theory. Yeah, you know when it's been brought to attention to you, but you don't know the situation in which there was no attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, spotlight theory. I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I wouldn't say that though. I would say the more problem in that situation is that the implicit thing is that like the power dynamic is going to be what it's going to go back to, and I don't want to. We've already treaded through that water. That's going to be the bigger problem with it. It's not going to be the actual. I don't think that what's actually going on is the like a random streamer is like Destiny just hit me up, guys. If I say no, he's gonna make a manifesto. I don't think that's like actually what's going on, or he's
Gonna write an N-word manifesto on me.
Exactly. I think it's more. I think in that situation, it's more about the power dynamic that's being used. That's more implicitly coercive, not the actual like consequences of it.
I'm talking.
Wait, I
Do you
wanna
know how
hear
many
that.
fucking
Alright.
leaked
No,
DMs there
I
are,
wanna tell
Zach?
you.
I don't know what
We
DMs
talked
you're
about
on
this
about.
yesterday. I said
There's so
if I
many,
was
so
having
many,
sex
too many
with
to dig
Taylor
through.
Swift, if she was sucking my dick, I would say you're the best in the world, baby, forever and ever. Right?
Yeah,
Remember
that's
when I
on
told
you
that?
though.
No. I understand what you're saying, but you and then I try to tell you what would you do if you were coerced into whatever having sex with Destiny. Of course you're gonna love it. Blah blah blah.
And what did I say?
But you're a streamer, right? You're a small streamer. I don't think you in your consciousness know that you're doing it for views, but you know who this is. This is Destiny, dude. You cannot
Yes, it's Destiny,
pass-
and I think he's cute. That's why I do it.
Oh, okay. I don't believe it. I don't believe
You're
what
talking to
saying.
the wrong person, bro. You're talking to the wrong
Again,
person.
Okay,
Would you
you
mind
might
saying
be
that
like
you would
this,
Twitch
but there
chat
are
and be
many
like,
women
"Oh, maybe
that
you
they will
don't
not
actually
let
like
their
me."
they will not let their streaming careers go by like this and say, "Look, who cares? It's just a dick." I've sucked many.
Yeah, and if
dicks
they lie to
before.
him, and if they lie to him and pretend that they have sexual interest in him, I think there is part
I would
there is
say
part of
they
the
are
responsibility is on
wrongdoers in
them. I'm
that
sorry.
case. I would say they are being immoral by lying to the
you,
guy instead,
you
and not the other way
motherfuckers
around.
just want to blame these weaker.
You wanna blame the
socially-
victim. I'm gonna say
You
I'm
wanna
gonna
blame these
I'm just
weaker
gonna say you're
socially-
victim blamers and make you look bad. Just like engage with the point and say why I'm wrong. Don't just say, "Oh, you're blaming the
Okay,
Yeah,
victim."
exactly.
So there's
This
an
is
exchange.
leftist
We agree that there's an exchange, right? Destiny, higher views, small streamer, smaller views, right? All you have to do is suck my dick. That's basically what's being implied, correct?
That's not what's happening though.
That is, dude. Destiny. This is what Destiny strives for. And there's too much evidence against Destiny.
What are we talking about? Evidence of for what action?
There's evidence against
Like
something
there's
which
he
most
always go
people
his
don't
stick.
consider wrong.
His stick.
Also, when you say action,
is
just say
he-
pattern of behavior. Say there's a pattern of behavior. Just
Okay,
say-
patterns of behavior that he goes to these smaller streamers and tries to get something out. And by the way, I don't have to fucking put words in
Didn't
his
see
mouth.
the
He
issue
said
yet.
it. I go to these the women that have this like disease, right?
BPD.
Yes, he's
All women have
literally
BPD
said
now.
it, dude.
For
Hey, he's
real.
literally said it. They have this disease. I go
can't
to
say
them
that, Nonfon.
because blah 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 blah. This guy is a predator. He is a predator, dude.
There is this also very funny thing to think about as well. I personally like it doesn't really hold any weight, not really. It's just a throwaway comment, but it is really funny that like you can find old clips of Destiny talking about like how these people during the Dr. Disrespect stuff, where he's like, why do these people getting caught like messaging like 19-year-olds or like people who are legal but just became legal? Like, why are they messaging these like children? Like at 19, they're still children. There's a very good clip of
Bro,
Destiny
that's
saying those
retarded,
words
bro.
verbatim,
Who
and it's
cares
so
about that,
funny.
bro?
I
That's
just
just
thought
stupid.
that's really funny in hindsight now that at the same time he was saying that he was actively sexting with a well no this would have been what is the Dr. Disrespect stuff? The Twitch stuff
I think
we learned.
maybe a little
Wait,
under a
they
year
aren't
ago.
even at an illegal age, so who cares?
Yeah,
Why
it
is
would
that
have been
illegal?
around the same time, wouldn't it, Nonfon?
It might have been a little
It's
bit
just funny
after,
that the
but yeah.
person it's funny for a person to think something's morally wrong and then they do go to the action themselves. Be surprised.
I
at
don't
the
think that he would
hypocrisy of an
argue
odd man.
for texting 19-year-old women would be morally wrong. I don't think that he would argue for that.
Yeah, that's,
Well, that's exactly
retarded.
what he
Neither
did.
would I argue.
No, I
Well,
think I think that
Thanks
he
for the
was saying why are
follow,
people so stupid
Vash-
to getting
Varush.
caught or something. I don't know.
I appreciate it.
But
That's
I don't-
not how
Which
I'll
is
Really?
bad.
I'll find the clip. I'll be back.
Okay.
Which is horrible. Ophelia, right? You don't believe that?
I think you are horrible.
No, what's
No,
wrong with
get
19?
the fuck-
What's the
dude.
issue? What's wrong with 19 though? Like, how is that
For
even
real.
relevant,
Destiny
bro?
I'm
is a
19. What's wrong with me?
30-something-year-old fucking man, dude. And
Okay,
he,
and?
you don't think that there was a massive
Not fun.
Some
No,
e-work.
power
I don't
What?
speak-
coercion
What about me?
with a
Non-fun, do you
fucking
think-
19-year-old?
Do you
No.
think
Think
it's
what?
wrong for a do you think
That's
it's wrong for a 20, let's say 27, 28 or whatever year old to be texting with 19-year-olds?
I don't know. It could be pretty coercive. I don't know.
It's
But
gonna-
I am
there's gonna be
a big
nuance.
streamer.
Non-fun is
There's gonna- wait,
non-fun.
non-fun.
You
There's
are
gonna be
the
nuance.
worst flirter in the world, dude. You need it.
Wait,
The worst
you
flirter?
should've said
He's the
no,
worst
you
flirter?
fucking idiot.
Nonfon, have you flirted with PPG? Is this being leaked right now?
No,
I
not
always
me.
flirt
No,
with
I'm
PPG.
flirting for, dude. She's talking about anyway. Listen.
Hey, yo, PPG. No, my bad.
I don't know. Like, I'm a big streamer. I could be abusing my platform with some 28, 27-year-old Euro.
You're a big streamer. You think you're a big streamer?
Well, if I
Little
was
cocky
Destiny,
over there,
I
aren't you?
wouldn't be going for 30-year-old women. I would also be going for the 19-year-old women, bro. This is retarded.
You are a fucking pedophile. That's what you're saying.
Bro,
You are a literal.
Pedophile's
you
a little
don't believe in
hard.
You know what
consent laws.
pedophilia is? Bro? Do you know what pedophilia is?
Come on, get Kendrick.
You know what it is.
19-year-old is pedophilia.
What is
in
it?
this guy's mind. What the fuck? It's an
He-
adult,
he-
bro.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen
In
to me.
every
If a fucking, how old are you? Fucking 10, whatever.
19.
Say you were 60,
He's
dude. Are you gonna
19.
go for a 19?
Obviously, then you want to go for
Say-
19-year-olds. Like,
Say
Yeah,
you
but-
were
okay, when
60,
I-
dude.
But he said it was
Are you gonna
Destiny.
go
If
for
he
a
was
19-year-old?
Destiny, he was
Right?
35
when
or
I was
36.
8 myself, I like 19-year-olds. When I was 10 myself, I like 19-year-olds. When I was 12 myself, I like
No,
19-year-olds.
you're fucking.
call me
okay,
crazy.
that's not
When I was
what-
like
When I was
13,
younger-
my
when I was younger-
relationships were with
listen,
13-year-olds. I don't know about you.
listen,
You may be a
listen,
victim.
listen.
I'm just letting you know right now. You might be a victim.
No. When I was
You should be
younger, right?
traumatized.
Bro, wait. Listen.
What, 19 is just the ideal age? Is that...
Bro, can I just look? When I was younger, I was looking at these older women in the higher classes of school because they had bigger ass and bigger titties, right? That's why, right? That's
When
just
you were
the most
8?
attractive age. When I'm 80, I'm gonna prefer that age. I'm not.
I don't
gonna
think when I was
prefer
8 was I
the
looking for
80-year-old
big ass
women with
titties.
saggy
I might be
Yeah.
I don't
wrong.
know what's gonna go.
Okay, dude.
I don't think when I was
look,
8,
you're-
I was looking for some massive jugs, my man. I'll get misogynist with you. I don't think I was looking for like these heavy things. Okay, I was just
Listen
like,
to me. Listen to
I'm
me.
8.
I love big titties.
Yeah,
I love
that's
big
what the
titties. I
rainbow
agree with
flags
big
do.
titties. I agree with big titties, but it's right, Tim. You're right about what you're saying, but you understand that
When
if
you were
you're
8,
fucking-
do you think when you were 8 you were going after some
No,
massive
no.
titties?
I
wasn't
somewhere
going
around.
after these women. I just looked at them and thought like they gave me a hard.
I don't think I was looking at women sexually when I was 8 at all. Even though I don't really like
You
big
didn't?
titties.
Yeah, you might be.
Yeah,
Yes,
when
neither
I was
did
8?
I
to be
did.
fair.
I did a little.
When-
I did a little.
I
am
definitely
crazy.
did. I definitely did.
I did.
I definitely didn't do it until I was like double digits. Like,
Looking at them,
You know
looking
why,
at them,
you know
and
why
it's
the
like,
Americans?
yeah.
I think, you know why the
Sex is holding
Americans are
hands,
saying
guys.
this?
I don't know what we're
Your
talking about, guys.
consciousness- Your Americans' consciousness is more liberalized than.
Bro,
than
at
like
8, I was
foreigners,
like,
dude.
sex is like when people hold hands and then a baby pops out
I
of
know,
like a swan. Like a
I
few
know what
years
you guys
later.
are saying. I know.
told
At
me
8
at
years
8
old,
y'all
I'm
were
not
like,
thinking about
oh, I
women's
would-
asses.
I heard.
When I was 8, I was in Mexico, dude, and yes, it was the way Tim and Ophelia described. It was like, oh, there's some big titties right there. Here we go.
Okay.
You don't have to know what
That's
sex is in
crazy.
order
Be
to
honest, be honest,
feel
be
some
honest.
type of
Do
way
you
when you
think-
see breasts.
I'm saying I genuinely
Be
don't know at
completely
8 though
honest.
if I had
mean-
sexual
Let me ask you
interest at
something.
8.
Let me ask you something. Let me
Yeah,
ask you
like I don't
something.
know.
Do you think when you turn into an 80-year-old man, do you think saggy grandma titties and flat ass will become attractive to you? Or do
Hey,
you
it
think
doesn't.
you'll
This is what I
prefer
was gonna
an
tell you,
80-year-old
dude.
man?
It doesn't matter. Do you know that we're a society now? You're not just some random motherfucker that can fuck whoever you want. You should not have the ability to fuck a 19-year-old
Why
at
not?
80, dude.
Why not?
Because it's.
What if I
That's
wanna?
not
What if I'm
taken.
really
They shouldn't
in?
have the ability. You shouldn't have the. Well,
You
I
should
don't
not
think
have
you.
the ability.
I think when you're 80, you actually don't have the ability anymore. But I got what you.
No, you
Did
know what I'm
Robert De
saying.
Niro just have a
You
kid?
should not
That might be
have
wrong. I think
any
Robert
type
De
of
Niro
ability.
just
Even
had a
if
new
you see
kid.
Viagra, Donald Trump is going around. He's fucked a couple of fucking. Who is this? Who is
Big
this?
systems blame the victims. Real.
Who is what?
So real.
I'm joining
What
you.
if
Wanna
I'm
get
just
banned,
really
brother? Say
into
something.
the grandma of a certain 20-year-old Euro?
Trying to strike a chord, and
Maybe
it's
he just
probably a
doesn't like a
minor.
Are you?
Don't
Is
fuck
this
'em up.
is
person's not
Nonfon and
speaking.
Ophelia flirting right now, dude?
What?
was
I
flirting
wasn't
with
even
her
talking to
grandma.
Nonfon.
I get.
I made a joke about fucking her grandma, is what I did. But
To be fair, I don't know if I would classify that as flirting as well. I don't think.
PPG classifies anything as flirting, bro.
Hey, bro, me and
I don't
Nonfon,
see the
we'll
issue.
tag team
Whatever.
your grandma, Nonfon.
I'm
I'll
guilty
def-
of that.
We'll tag
Okay.
team her. We'll tag team.
Sick
PPG,
sick
what's the issue?
systems.
What's the
Blame
issue?
the
with
victim.
the
That's me.
Hold on.
I'm a sick system.
Oh, it's her blood
Sick
pressure
systems
medication to let me
blame
get her heart
victims.
racing, Nonfon.
He
That
muted. He muted.
Just. What the fuck?
What did you say, Tim? What do you want us to talk about?
What's the issue with an older man like 30 when an 18-year-old woman? I don't see the difference.
30.
If the
I
woman
think
is-
that's a little. I
It's
think
gonna
that's
be
a
it's gonna
little
be
weird.
built
dude.
into the power
That's a
dynamics
little-
again. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be,
It- it is
but
a
again,
power
it's gonna be
dynamic, but
nuanced. There is a
listen,
situation in which
Exactly, nuance. We're gonna go into nuance, right? But
Okay, what if the man is 80 instead? Now what?
80, then that's
again, there's gonna be
I think
nuance. There's gonna be
that's-
situation. Maybe there's a 19-year-old that just really loves the 80-year-old. But on average, that's probably not gonna be
which
the
is
case.
not going to
Yeah.
happen. Which is not real. Which
Okay,
is not.
let's
I don't
never have,
know.
like,
Massive
You look at my
hypothetical.
search history.
Wait,
It
wait,
could
wait,
happen.
wait. Let's say this man is a retired bodybuilder and he used to take steroids and shit. He looks like all Arnold.
Dude, why do you have to
Schwarzenegger
go to the massive
Unfortunately,
extreme?
they don't.
When
Yeah,
you have
that
to
is
go to
weird,
the
but-
massive
Wait,
extreme.
these
what if it was an
scenarios are
8,000-year-old fairy
I've
who
already-
just presented as a 13-year-old?
Yeah, guys, it's not actually a 7-year-old. It's like canonically, they're 30 guys. Listen, I'll
I
beat you to
still
the
watch-
bullet.
I
There is
still
nuance.
watch
There are
Bosch.
situations
I
in
still
which it's
watch
okay.
Bosch.
There are situations
I
in which
still
it's
watch
not.
Bosch. Bosch is a great streamer, honestly.
Bro,
I
the
still watch
point I'm
him.
trying to make is just what if this woman genuinely is attracted to this man, right?
Yeah, you can make a situation in which it is okay. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. There's nuance. There are going to be
You have to
situations in
donate
which it is
for
okay. There's gonna be
TTS
situations that it's not.
W
It's
football.
nuance. Yes.
Okay, so why?
Well, who
are you
the stream, by the way?
criticizing Destiny for messaging a 19?
Yeah, but it's a
Because based on
90
the evidence
it's a-
we have been provided, that one, the criticism was on him saying that there was something wrong with it that I thought was funny. I said this holds no weight in my arguments.
Didn't
Actual
you call him
criticism.
Dr. Disrespect, which wasn't the 19-year-old woman, but the younger, I think.
What?
Yeah, she was 14.
Yeah, so the guy can be against 14, but be before 19. That's just. It's
But
not the
yeah,
same.
this holds no weight. It's not like an actual argument I hold. I'm just saying that it was funny that he is coming when it came out, and it was like, why do these people keep messaging like these like teenagers, and then it comes out that he was sexually engaging with like a teenager. It's just hypocrisy, so it's a little funny.
Did he
Hey,
say
guys,
teenagers?
guys,
What?
Guys,
I
just
would
wanna
have to see
say-
the exact clip.
I
It's
just want to
been a
say
while,
that PPG has 20 viewers on Kick.
but-
no
fuck you,
bots.
Nonfon.
No bots. I'm not
Ugh.
streaming on Twitch.
Okay,
Not
I have
fun.
5 on
Streaming
Kick.
on
30 new
any
viewers.
other-
I have. Oh no, I have 6 on YouTube, 9 on Twitch. Damn it. Oh wait, no, wait.
Every
I
every
can't-
PPGer open up
20.
Nonfon stream for 30
Literally
seconds,
20,
real
dude.
quick.
Wait, what's 5
Nonfon,
plus?
I'm
That's
one of your
11.
viewers. I
Wait,
have a
11
tab,
plus
I have a tab
9
open.
is 20, right? So We're tied.
You have bots somewhere.
Ban
Somewhere.
for
around.
ban. Ban for ban.
I have bots
yeah,
somewhere.
I don't know what is what is it? Trovo?
Trovo. I'm only counting YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. Okay, I'm not counting the Trovo. I don't know. I'm not counting Trovo or Twitter.
When are you gonna start streaming on Pornhub? That's the only thing you're missing. I want to.
I've streamed on Chatterbait before. Wait, I have 10 on Twitch now. Get fucked. I've streamed on Chatterbait before.
Me. I just went in there, dude. I went in
This
there.
is what I thought the strategy would be. Isaac, remember when Marvel Rivals first came out and they had all the nude mods? I downloaded every nude mod for Marvel Rivals. All the characters were nude, okay? And I played Marvel Rivals with my buddy, and Chatterbait banned me because apparently you're not allowed to just play video games even if you make the characters naked.
What were you supposed to do?
Jerk off.
He needed to show something. He needed
Chat
to show
or
something.
bait.
Why don't you just show? Listen. Why don't you just show your nipples, dude, or some shit?
They don't let you. They don't like. I don't think they don't let you do that.
5 gifted, Nonfon. 5 gifted.
No, but
5 gifted. What?
You're gonna
5 gifted. I'll take this shirt off right now.
Why would someone watch
five
that?
gifted?
Be honest with yourself.
Listen to me. Nonfon is a 19-year-old.
I am 19.
He's got a full set of hair, dude. There are some fucking pedophiles that want to watch Nonfon do shit, dude. Trust me.
If the prices were good enough, I would do it. They're just not good enough.
How are they pedophiles? How does that make sense? How is 19?
I was on this screen, but I wasn't naked or anything, and I wasn't planning on getting naked.
The only reason you say that is because you're a pedophile, dude.
Real.
No.
At 19.
Okay, so me being attracted to the
Look at Nonfon, dude. Please look at or Ophelia. Honestly, you got
If you had to fuck either me or Ophelia.
I'm too
I'm not a
young.
homosexual, so what do you think?
Okay, Ophelia's not that young.
Retarded?
Not that young. You're right.
Do you, if I am an 80-year-old man, me in a lot of years, do you think I'll be more attracted to Ophelia?
Yes, there's been polling. Listen, here's a funny fact. There's been polling on this for a while. Yes, people are usually attracted. You want to know what actually people are usually attracted to? People are most attracted to the age of consent usually. It's almost like it's a little weird how, and every time they pull this,
it's weird as fuck.
The most put in age for every most generations is just the youngest possible age that there is on the chart.
Well, exactly.
How can you blame them?
Talking. Shut the fuck up, Tim. This is why PPG wants to make the age of consent 25. Because
Yeah, but
it's
no.
more
His
like,
point is not that people just stop being attracted to fucking 18-year-olds if you move the age of consent up to 19.
No, it
It's just
is.
more
No,
comfortable.
Ophelia,
Listen to
it
me, PPG. No, they were just more comfortable saying that they're mostly attractive to people that are 19. They're still gonna be attracted to people that are 18.
Younger ages,
So if you move it up,
probably even 16.
in a civil
In countries
They're gonna
where it's
lie
over
about it.
16 is
In
the
a
most
civil
common answer.
collective,
In
in a civil
states where it's-
collective,
PPG,
What's
they
that?
couldn't pick below that age. That was the youngest option in the selection list that they could pick
listen to
during the
me,
test.
dude.
So
This
yes,
is
of
like
course, that's the youngest.
Okay, I'm gonna give you guys an example of what the fuck I'm talking about, right? One of the greatest bills passed in American history was the Civil Rights Act. When this bill was passed through the state, it made consciousness of people, it made them less racist. Why? Because the state said if you do some racist shit,
Nobody in
you're gonna
America
go to
should be
jail.
racist.
Hold on.
There should
If
not
you
be
do
any
some
racism in
racist
America
shit-
at this point.
Hold
There should
on,
not
hold
be
on.
any
There-
racism.
Of course there is racism.
It's the other way
well,
around.
but how?
It is
Racism is not legal.
Hold on, dude. Hold on. Let me talk.
Nonfon, give me a knee.
Of course there is still
An E?
Of course, there's still racism, right? But
Whenever they said
racism
racism,
has
I'm
been
down.
definitely
You know.
curbed, right? There's always going to be pedophilia, 100%. But if
Why?
you can mandate
Why?
can I fucking talk to?
No.
If
There will
you
be no
can mandate
pedophiles
a
under
certain
communism.
age of consent, around 25, there will be less pedophiles, dude. You know that, right?
Legal.
But
think
how
there'd be
is
less
being attracted to
pedophiles,
a
but-
24-year-old pedophilic?
Yo, I'm gonna say something really controversial, PPG. Okay?
Oh, no.
Pedophilia, according to
You
the
what,
actual
again?
definition- Wait,
Oh,
wait.
you're doing the
No, no, no,
craze
let me
debater.
finish.
It just means
Let me finish.
prepubescent, yes, and
Okay,
hemophilia
I
is
didn't
after
even get to say it.
puberty.
didn't even get
I
to
know,
say
but that's
it.
what you're gonna
I
say.
didn't even get
Trump
to
will
say
It's
it.
ban
just- it's-
pedophiles.
we-
Pedophiles are
we
already
use it.
banned, bitch.
Okay, can I say it now? Okay.
Yes.
According to the actual psychological definition, it means being attracted to someone before their puberty. So if you're attracted to a 17-year-old or 16-year-old or 18-year-old or 19-year-old, that isn't fucking pedophilia.
Obviously, when we're using
24
pedophilia, though, we're using the
24 is
colloquial
retarded.
terms, though. We're using it in the way everyone interprets it. Pedophilia just means under the age of consent, as everyone interprets it. No one's going to use
Yeah,
the
that's
legal definition. We're not going to
arbitrary.
differentiate
If I
between
make the age-
pedophilia and hemophilia.
With that logic.
Yeah, but I think
that's
that's important,
If I
though.
make the age of consent 30, that means if you
Nah,
like it,
really. Everyone understands what I'm saying.
immoral. That's retarded.
If I say a man's a pedophile because they're like fucking a 16-year-old at the age of like 38, I think everyone understands what I'm saying. There's no point missed because I'm not using hemophilia. Everyone understands what I'm saying perfectly. There's not a point being missed. If you want to say,
Alright,
well,
yeah.
factually, you're missing a point. Well, factually, the term is incorrect. Yeah, but the way it's being levied against that other person is not incorrect. They are going to interpret it, the word pedophilia,
Yeah, but then if
as
you go
someone
around,
fucking
okay,
someone.
That's basically
if the 30-year-old fucked a 16-year-old and you say, okay, based on that you're a pedophile, and then you go to a different person and you say, don't talk to that person, he's a pedophile, what are they gonna think?
Yeah, they're
That
gonna.
he
Are they
fucked
gonna
a
think
person under
they
the
want
age
to
of
fuck
consent.
12-year-olds?
Yeah,
No,
they're gonna
think
think he
no, they
fucked
think about
someone under the
children.
age
They
of
think about
consent.
children.
Guys, let it be
Maybe,
noted,
the more-
Nonfon 13 viewers on Twitch, PPG 15 viewers on Kick, but guess what? I also have 6 on
Fun.
YouTube, okay,
Yeah, fun.
and 5 on and 6 on
Oh, that's
Kick
fun.
actually.
I don't think that person
I'm-
can instantly
I'm
go
on
to
your
like they
fucking-
fucked like
I
a
just
6-year-old.
popped
It's
into
gonna be
your
they just
fucking
fucked someone
Twitch,
under the
dude.
age of consent.
Ophelia,
Well,
it
now I
is
have
very-
14.
Arbitrary, though. That's arbitrary because you can make that age
Ophelia,
whatever you want. In some countries, the age is 14. like in
this
Germany,
homo
that one.
with
Is in
the
Germany,
flag
it
Do
is
doesn't.
you like those countries?
And he's
Do you
owning you
like
guys.
those countries?
We
It's arbitrary.
consider in America, because the age of consent laws are 18, we consider a
Oh, wait.
16-year-old a child.
Yeah.
We consider a 15-year-old a child. If you go
Yeah.
to Mexico, I'm from Mexico. In Jalisco's got 18 and over, but Sinaloa is like 12 and under. So anything 12
So
and
you
under
don't
is a
consider
children.
14-year-old children?
Also, wait,
Like,
Tim, you just
hear
said
me. Those
Zach,
are
me and
those.
PPG have been going back
not
and forth
me.
on who has more
You
viewers,
understand that?
so
Because I told you, because you see how
But they
consciousness moves?
wouldn't consider a 14-year-old person a child.
They wouldn't.
Yeah, they
They
probably
would
do.
not consider it. But here in America, we don't.
just not legally, but they probably do.
Yo, PPG, do you think it's
I
fair
support
if an
deporting
18-year-old has
PPG,
sex
real.
with a 17-year-old to call that 18-year-old a pedophile? Do you think that's fair?
You're splitting
they-
between
PPG
legal and moral. Yeah, we're talking about the legal definition of pedophilia right now.
Do
You're
you
switching to the
think they
moral
are
definition.
legally a pedophile?
Okay, well,
An
hold on, let me
18-year-old
answer the state,
and-
and
wait,
some-
wait.
Tim,
Oh, you never let me finish. Shut the fuck up. Let me
Tim,
talk,
shut up.
bro. You're
Let me
annoying.
talk. No, Tim, shut the fuck up. I'm gonna ask you a question. I know what you're gonna say. I was 18. When I was 18, I was in a serious relationship with she was 16, and then she turned 17. Right? It was like super close. This is called Romeo
and Juliet laws.
Yes, exactly. Romeo and Juliet
Yes.
laws.
It depends on the
Where it's
state.
like 4 or 5 age gap period where you can do this, right? This is not an 80-year-old going to a fucking 18-year-old and saying, "Oh, well, now you're legal. I'm gonna fuck the shit out of you."
Yeah, that's
Take my
not
money.
illegal either, though. That's
Okay,
your,
dude,
your,
but
that's
you-
your subjective morals.
How did we get to pedophilia?
Well,
That's so
it's not
I
my.
don't
It's not
know.
my individual.
I don't know, man.
Incest is next, Nonfon. Lock in.
Let's go.
Oh, I wanna
Let's
have
go,
an incest
PPG. Do you
debate.
think incest is wrong?
No, I'm gonna kill myself.
It is wrong.
Incest is
Uh,
wrong.
Sorry, in my gut,
Incest-
in my gut.
Wait. Okay, what do you mean by incest?
Let's say
Hey
hypothetically
guys,
there were
it's been
two
fun. Tim, it was nice meeting you. PPG, it was nice meeting you. Hope to talk to you again. I gotta get the fuck out of here.
All right, Isaac,
Yeah.
take it easy.
two
Wait.
long lost twin brothers, okay? They did not grow up with each other. They are twin brothers.
No.
No,
it's wrong. It's
let's
wrong.
not start
It's
with the
wrong.
fringe cases. Let's start with siblings.
Well, you
No,
give
it's
more
wrong.
context than just siblings.
It's wrong. Okay.
Yes.
Wait, PPG, do
No,
you hold it?
I understand what he's trying to say. I understand what he's trying to say. Because
How
I know
about
why
step
Nonfon said.
siblings?
I know why Nonfon said 2 long lost brothers, because he cannot say brother sister, right? Because you're gonna have complications. I still think.
I mean, I think there
I
it wouldn't
still
necessarily
think
be
it's
immoral too,
morally
because
wrong.
there's something
I think
there's
it's
something called the
wrong
non
because it's gay in
there's
this
some
case.
there's something called the non-identity problem. So any child born of incest is not identical to the child born from not incest. So, you know, we say like, oh, the child is made worse off by incest because supposedly if they hadn't been born of incest, they would be they would be a healthy baby rather than a genetically deformed baby, but they would also be a different child. So that the child born of incest is actually the best version of that child that could ever exist, because that's the only way they could exist. So I don't even think it would necessarily be morally wrong to reproduce with incest, unless you say the damage that we do to society by having genetically deformed babies is bad enough to the point where we would ban incest. But I also think that would entail you saying that, like, maybe we should make women who have babies with Down syndrome abort them because they have higher healthcare costs and they will never contribute to society. I think that entailed you to some weird positions.
Also, did you know that the chances of like some birth defect is higher in women who have children after the age of 35? It's higher in them than two siblings having sex or having a baby.
This is.
So should people over the age of 35 not have children?
Look. I'm gonna say what Pirate said, what Martian said. What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm right.
Okay, I'm just trying to find out what your point is.
Okay. I understand what you're saying. I understand what Ophelia is saying, which is.
I'm not arguing for incest. I'm just trying to figure out what your point is.
If my argument is that the baby's gonna come out, then that should not.
I already explained the problem with the issue.
That's fine. I understand. If brother, I want to make age of consent laws at 25. I find societal norms. Shut the fuck up, Tim. I find societal norms.
I think that's oppressive. I want 18-year-old woman. I don't want 25. I don't want to wait that long.
Real.
I mean, even the other way around, I think 18-year-old women would be pretty dissatisfied by that.
Yep. They would also be upset. Like, why do you have to wait until she turns 25 before you can marry her?
Wait, so you think 18-year-old women? So you
I would be pretty
in
mad.
Age of consent. You don't believe in age of consent laws?
Not at 25.
13.
Not at 25.
What if I'm willing to come to a middle ground here. We make the age of consent 25, but we also legalize incest. This is this is the middle ground legislation we can propose here.
This is your
age of consent is 25, but incest is legalized. Are we good on that?
Bro,
that's a good middle ground.
You support gay, bro. How are you calling anyone a disgusting?
Oh no, okay.
You support gay.
The age of consent is 25, unless it's between two siblings. Then it's okay before.
Unless it's incest.
See, we're never going to agree because these are societal lines that we, right?
Wait. Yeah, I'm just curious. What's the justification for? Tim Flo, what's the justification for like gay sex being immoral or stuff like that?
It's a teleological argument. Do you know about teleology? Or no?
I'm familiar with it to try to prove the existence of God, but I'm not familiar with how that entails that homosexuality is immoral.
Do not talk about God, dude.
PPG,
do not talk about.
Wait. Just to clarify, are you only using it to prove the existence of God, or are you proving it to?
This is gonna go on forever,
dude.
It has
nothing to do with that. But PPG just won't shut the fuck up. And no one said theology. I said teleology. It's a different subject. So basically, this means like. The inherent reason why you think dying is wrong, right? Is because humans naturally do not want to die, right? Then the inherent reason why you think having kids is good is because humans naturally, they want to have kids, right? So if there's a problem within your sexual attraction or your sexual system, and this is reducible to a choice between two people, right? That makes it so that's an unnatural act against their own personal teleology and would be immoral if that's from free will. Right? In this case, I would say whether you stick your dick in someone is free.
Non-fun.
Thank you, Thank you, PPG. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, there you go.
I appreciate it, buddy. Hell yeah. He gave me a raid. All the PPG viewers are now here. Greatly appreciate it. Wait, hold on. I just don't understand. Like, what's the First of all, I don't believe in free will. But putting that issue aside, I don't
Well, if you
I don't see how it.
Then you can't talk about morality at all because no one is at fault for anything. It's not their fault, right?
Well, I agree to some fuzzy things to moral responsibility, but I do think that there are still actions that maximize utility and actions that don't maximize utility. And I believe the actions that maximize utility are like the right actions, morally speaking.
Utility. Well,
Utility, I would define it in terms of like positive qualia, right? So the positive experience of sentient creatures.
Positive. If I'm a serial killer and I think it's positive to torture as many people as possible, is the utilitarian stance for me that killing is good?
Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you. Well, we're talking about net utility, right? So obviously you might have some positive experience killing them, but then the person being killed has negative experience dying, right?
So you're basing it off of the opinion of the majority of people, basically.
Well, no. I'm basing it off of... I believe there is... Like, it is true that some action will maximize utility and some action won't maximize utility. We might not necessarily know which ones do that all the time, but we can make reasonable assumptions. We can make really good guesses.
Sorry, a step. You're skipping a step, right? Who defines utility? Is it the average of everyone and their personal opinion of utility? Is that what we use to define utility?
I don't even like who defines utility. There is one. There's one utility. There's one.
Goals, right?
Well,
you might prefer something and think it's utility because it aligns with your goals, and I might think fuck that, right?
But again, we're talking about net utility. We're talking about net utility. What maximizes utility for everyone overall?
Okay,
wait,
so
1
it's like
second.
the
Let Ophelia talk, dude.
Yes. Okay. Sure.
In 1933, there was a guy who said that the Jews are exploiting the Aryan race and they're basically fucking us over. So if we don't do anything about it now, then we're gonna be pretty much fucked. So now we should kill all the Jews. That would have been a net positive for the Germans in their mind.
So I'm talking about net utility. First of all, I'm talking about net utility overall. So it could be the case that something is a net utility to the Germans, but not a net utility overall to everyone else. Second of all, I don't even know if that would have been a net utility to the Germans.
It was the vast majority. It was the vast majority.
If the majority of the whole world came together and said "fuck the Jews,"
and I mean, basically the whole world.
What's their utility gain from the Jews being gone, though? Like you're killing millions of people for the.
That was their logic.
Their goal doesn't necessarily maximize net utility. I don't understand how that.
So that there is an objective net utility.
Okay, guys. My turn. So Ophelia is saying that if and this is a problem with democracy, right? If enough people are propagandists to believe one bullshit, they will see it as a utility, right? Nonfon has his definition of utility as in it's not economically blah 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 blah. It's not the way
that's fine. Definition of utility.
Well, economically, it helped them a lot to put people into working camps and not pay them.
That's true, right? So
I don't believe that to be the case either. But
well, we don't really know, but you have to pick one. So would you pick the majority to make the decisions or a minority to make the?
This doesn't even. It's okay.
No, I wouldn't pick anyone to make such decisions.
Okay, well then you don't have a society.
Kill someone. To kill someone.
You don't have a fucking society, dude. No, I understand what you're saying because sometimes democracy does do this.
No, I'm asking. I'm not making. That's the problem. When I say stuff like that, I'm trying to make Nonfon, for example, be more specific on his point. I'm asking a question. I'm not making an argument for another thing. I'm trying to make him rationalize something. You're thinking that I'm making an argument. I'm not making an argument.
I understand what you're trying to do to Nonfon. I get it. Go ahead. I understand what you're trying to do. You're trying to make him show that sometimes the majority of the people saying something is not right.
I'm asking him, how do you figure out what is an actual net benefit for the most amount
of people? We're not
going
to know 100% all the time.
Nonfon is going to give you his example. Nonfon is going to give you
Yeah, and you are talking bullshit.
No, I understand.
Do you base it on dopamine hormones? Do you base it
I'm basing it on positive sentient experience.
Okay, so it's basically like you're outweighing the hormones.
Wait, hold on. First of all, can we agree positive quality exists, right? There are sentient experiences and some experiences that they can have are positive, some experiences they can have are negative.
Yes.
What? You mean like pleasure and pain? That's what you're saying, right?
I mean, yes, but
on the most basic level, it's like having food instead of starving.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I would agree. That's what you're basing.
And we also agree that some actions, actions will make it so either there is more positive experience in the world or there's less positive experience in the world. We can agree with that. So I want to do the actions that maximize positive qualia. We're not going to 100% always know what that action is, but we can make reasonable guesses that
So
killing
Nonfon
all the
believes in
Jews.
democracy. That's what it is.
But
No, it
don't
doesn't
you think
entail
that in that
democracy.
positive
Whether or not the majority believes something does not entail whether or not that position maximizes
yes,
positive qualia. The majority of people aren't vegan. I think being vegan maximizes positive qualia.
Okay, I have another
the reason
question.
the reason I say democracy is because the majority of people are going to advocate for their own self-interest, correct? And they're gonna
yes.
advocate for less harm, like you said, less, more positive outcome for me. If we have to think
I'm talking about on
collectively, right,
net,
as an
on net.
egalitarian society. On net, well, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know why you keep
I have
being like, well,
another-
people are going to do what's right for them. I'm talking about on net. There's positive qualia in the world. I want to do what increases the total amount of positive qualia.
People, who's gonna non-fun? You're assuming too much, man.
What am I assuming?
Okay, hold on. I want to hear what Ophelia has to say because she looks pissed.
Okay.
Go ahead, Ophelia. Wait,
So
Tim,
another
Tim.
example would be what greatly helped the West, for example, Germany, to establish more wealth for the most amount of people was to basically stop producing in Germany and start producing in third world countries where the minimum wage is way lower and people have to work in fucked up conditions, right? So that helped the majority of Germans or whatever, the West, right? And these few people in these, no, it's not few people, but the people in these third world countries have to live in like terrible conditions in order for the West to be healthy. Would you say that's a net positive then?
Well, first of all, you chose a really shitty example because I believe in that case both people are helped because bad jobs and low wages is better than no jobs and no wages. So I believe both people are helped in an example. But I'll give you a better example. Like, let's say you have to torture one person or rape one person to make the rest of society a utopia. I believe it's a net benefit, and you should probably fucking rape that person. That's the utilitarian bull that I have to bite, but...
Okay, non-fun. Do you agree that, like, the positive or negative stimuli depend on if you're doing something that agrees with our opinion? So people tend to get pissed off and feel bad if you do something that their opinion doesn't agree with. And this is subjective.
Yes, but that doesn't make net utility subjective on the whole. I don't know how you don't see that. If we agree that positive qualia exists, there's a set of actions that'll make the maximally possible positive qualia. I don't know why we are saying we're resorting to like these individual cases.
What set of actions will do that? It depends on like.
Again, I've already told you we don't know 100% for sure.
To do something and the other one won't, right? So you're making a system that's entirely fucking subjective based on whatever the fuck people think.
No,
Yes,
it's
it
not
is,
based on
because
whatever
if you
people think.
are-
It's a
okay,
stance
if I am
independent
in
reason.
China, right? Non-fun. If I'm in China, right, and I advocate for
Non-fun, Ophelia.
Wait, bro. Let me finish this.
And
Bro,
Tim, hold on,
PPG,
Tim.
You never
Tim,
shut
Tim,
the fuck up for 5
Tim,
seconds,
you
bro.
fucking get muted. Shut the fuck up.
PPG,
I'm gonna
bro, he
go
overtalks
to
everything.
bye.
to sleep.
Bye.
I'm gonna go to
Good
sleep.
night.
I got shut up. I got 2
Bye.
hours. Shut the fuck up. I got 2 hours to sleep. I'm gonna wake up and I'm pretty sure you retards are gonna be arguing with Tim because this is what Tim does.
No, I need to go to bed too.
I'll see you guys in 2 hours. I'll see you guys in 2 hours.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, we
Give
said
fuck.
bye like 50 times. Please
Fuck my
fuck
cock.
up.
Bye-bye.
Hold on. Okay,
So
I need to
what
go
I
to
was
bed.
saying,
But
right?
just to be clear, I'm basing my morality on a stance independent reason, based on which means it doesn't matter what the fuck your opinion is. It doesn't matter what your opinion is, what you feel like. What matters.
Like
What?
if I
Sorry.
go to China and advocate for the Chinese president, people are gonna probably react more positively than if I do it in America. So advocating for Xi Jinping is negative or positive depending on which country I'm in.
That doesn't.
Right?
Yeah,
That's
obviously,
not stance
doing the same thing in different
independent
situations could be utility maximizing in one case and not utility maximizing in the other case. That doesn't challenge my position
Yeah,
at all.
So according to you, right? If I'm in a society where a lot of people dislike homosexuals, then homosexuality becomes immoral because people. will
No,
be
that doesn't
upset by it.
necessarily follow. No, it could still be utility
does.
maximizing. No, it doesn't. It could still be utility
Because you're
maximizing.
maximizing their pleasure. Killing the homosexual will only like affect one person feeling shit, while letting them live will have all of these people that want him to die be upset about him being alive.
Wait, okay.
Right?
I
So
could
now
imagine
it's
I could imagine a hypothetical where like there's one homosexual and everyone else is so fucking disgusted by this person that it would be utility maximizing to kill that homosexual. But under any real world assumptions, it doesn't follow that just because the majority of people think homosexuality is wrong, that it's actually a net benefit to criminalize homosexuality, because I believe net utility is maximized when fucking homosexuals are able to get married and people are generally free to do what they want. I believe that's what maximizes net utility.
Are what I just described. Most countries do not agree with gays and don't think that they should legally be gay.
Again, I already
So
explained it
most
doesn't
people will be
follow.
upset
No,
if
it
they
doesn't
also
follow.
are
It doesn't mean it would be not net utility to allow homosexuality in these places. It doesn't follow.
Well, because people will be upset now, right? Because they know all of these.
That doesn't follow that it's a
homosexuals are
net
doing what they want.
disutility. What do you mean? You say people will be upset. Also, homosexuals aren't stoned to death for loving who they love. Like there's a trade-off here that I'm gonna lean towards
people
supporting the
will be
homosexuals on.
Don't you think that if a load of people would be upset, the net suffering of those people all being
I already
upset
told you,
outweighs
Tim. I could imagine a
everyone else
hypothetical
who
where there
did?
would be a case where there's so much
That's most
disutility.
countries. That is most
I don't
countries.
believe that's most countries. We have a disagreement over whether that's most countries. But you agree it doesn't follow from my position that just because most people in the country believe homosexuality is wrong doesn't actually make it good to criminalize homosexuality in case. You agree my position does not logically entail that, right?
It depends how annoyed they get if they don't get what they
Yes,
want.
true. Yes, agree. Yes, it depends how
Like-
annoyed they get.
So their opinion is, regardless of if you think it's directly or indirectly, the opinion does impact your stance, right? Indirectly, I guess, in this case.
It would impact it impacts how people feel. So I understand if you're just saying like obviously someone's opinion or on something is going to impact how positive or negative the quality is. I agree, but it doesn't actually change that the stance independent reason that I'm basing morality off of here, the positive quality of sentient creatures, is still stance independent. It's still stance independent. Because regardless of what you think, there's still one set of actions that'll maximize net utility, and I believe you should do those actions regardless of your own personal feelings on things.
But aren't those actions, which actions affect net utility, dependent on people's subjective opinion?
That doesn't change the fact that the stance independent reason is still stance independent.
How is something that's based on people's stances stance independent?
It's based on positive qualia. I mean,
Which is
it doesn't.
stance-dependent.
The opinion of you when it comes to assessing whether an action that you do is moral or immoral, your stance is not particularly relevant because one set of actions will maximize net utility, one set of actions will not maximize net utility.
My
You should do the
stance
one that
isn't,
maximizes.
My stance isn't important. Everyone's stance combined is important because that's
No,
what's gonna
again,
affect
it doesn't necessarily
opinion.
follow that everyone's stance combined, regardless of everyone's opinion on something, there would still be a set of actions that maximizes net utility, still be a set of actions
If
that doesn't
everyone
maximize net
enjoyed
utility.
dying, then
Even if everyone, there's a
enjoyed
hypothetical.
dying, your whole moral structure would change. You understand, right? If everyone tomorrow liked dying, everything would change about your whole moral system.
If it was, well, the dying thing is weird because there's a future like ours argument that I would entail. But if it was like any action that maximizes positive quality, again, I'm gonna like bite the bullet and say like, well, yeah, sure. But under any other set of real world assumptions, we'd never be in that position, obviously.
Is
So
pleasure the only thing you base it off of, or do you inherently?
I mean,
think dying
pleasure's
is a
a-
negative quality.
what is a negative quality?
Is
Pain.
dying inherently bad, or is it only bad because people don't like it?
Dying is bad. I mean, obviously, people don't like dying because it robs them of future sentient experience. So there's a future like ours property that I would entail
So
people
that's why
basically.
it's negative, or is it inherently negative? If people,
I wouldn't say
stop
dying is
disliking
inherently
death,
negative.
they start being okay. So the only thing you base it off of is pleasure.
I mean,
like
positive
my system,
qualia,
like,
which is a little more complicated than pleasure. Like
mean,
it's
well,
not
how is it
pleasurable to
how?
exercise, but it does grant you positive qualia. Like in the long run, like there's other things that
It
play
gives
into
you
it.
pleasure in the future, right? You're sacrificing pain now to get pleasure in the future. That's
Sure,
why you think
it's
exercise is
instrumental,
good.
but yeah.
Like you would say that if the guy doesn't actually like being muscular, then exercising isn't important anymore, right? That's what you would say, isn't it?
I don't know.
Because
I mean,
no positive experience, right?
well, it's not. Exercise isn't just being muscular. Obviously, like there's. Yeah, I mean,
Okay,
it makes you
healthy in
healthier.
general. If the guy doesn't like being healthy and gets no positive, important positive feedback from it, maybe he'll be upset being healthy because all his friends are unhealthy.
I mean, yeah, I could imagine a case where someone exercising would be net disutility for them. I have no issue with saying
So
that.
basically, what I would be saying is, my morals, I base it off of like teleology, right? Like what is considered what humans are supposed to do and not supposed to do. I would say we are inherently supposed to dislike death, right? Death is inherently
I don't see
bad, and
why.
that's why we dislike it to begin with. Because that's like, okay, with you,
You're just kind of saying it.
like evolutionary principles, right? So we're supposed to reproduce and survive, right? That's
I don't
our
think that we're
purpose.
supposed to. I don't think we're supposed to adhere to evolutionary principles. I think we're supposed to do what's utility maximizing. I think that's what we ought to do. Certain evolutionary principles are going to be utility maximizing. Certain evolutionary principles aren't going to be utility maximizing.
No, but how you define utility is dependent on.
Oh
those
my God.
principles. We as
It's
a
not dependent on
society-
evolutionary principles. It's
It is, because those evolutionary principles are ingrained into our brain to the point where.
oh
everyone
well.
dislikes
Sorry, if
death.
you're just going back to the obviously evolution influences how we perceive like positive quality and everything. Sure, but again, it doesn't change the stance independent reason.
Right, but I would really not say that it stands independent. Like directly, I guess there is no stance involved, but indirectly, the factor that you're using is influenced by stance in some way, right? So it really isn't that objective as you're trying to make it seem. Considering the utility totally changes based on like this guy dislikes this and the other guy likes this. This guy wants this and the other guy wants this, right?
So wait,
Utility
okay.
just depends on what you're trying to achieve. If I think the only thing that matters
No.
is killing people because I'm a psychopath, then utility in my eyes is how do I kill as many people as possible? Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, again, that doesn't. In your eyes, sure, but it doesn't translate into net utility. Is the thing.
But net utility of what? Though net
Of
utility
all
killing
sentient
people?
creatures,
Yeah,
of all sentient creatures.
So what is a sentient creature? His utility. What is your utility? Doesn't that depend on your opinion? What does that depend on? Do
What
inherently
you-
have certain utilities?
What you consider positive qualia depends on. I wouldn't just say your opinion, but like obviously depends on how you like experience things, right? So I wouldn't dispute that part, but I don't think that changes again that the stance independent reason is the net utility.
So my utility can be completely off from your utility, right?
But that doesn't actually change the fact that there's a set of actions that'll maximize net utility and a set of actions that'll not do that. Doesn't actually change it.
It does, because depending on what our utilities are.
Even if,
what net-
again, I don't understand how you keep getting this confused. Even if your quote-unquote utility is killing everyone and you find pleasure in killing everyone and your goal utility-wise is to kill everyone, doesn't actually change the fact that in your world, net utility of all sentient creatures most likely isn't maximized. And in the counterfactual world where you don't fucking kill people, net utility would be maximized. Doesn't
if enough
change those
people
two
agree with
possible
me,
worlds.
If we have like an epidemic of serial killers, right, and the majority of the society now agrees with my utility of killing people, right, now your system of net utility completely flips on its head, doesn't it? Right now.
Wait,
killing
say that
everyone
again.
is
Sorry, I was
equal.
distracted.
If
If we had an
50%
epidemic
or
of serial
more
killers.
If 50% or more of people agree that my utility and all of their utility means
No,
killing people,
no.
and your morals change. Yes, it does,
No.
because now the majority of people think so. The net utility
It
is
doesn't.
killing people.
It doesn't matter if 51% of people think net utility is killing people, because it is true that one set of actions will maximize net utility and another set of actions will not maximize net utility. Whether what people think what actions will maximize net utility doesn't change the fact that there are two possible worlds, one that maximizes net utility, one that doesn't, and one set of actions
you're
will.
not getting it. You think that they are.
I don't think you're getting
using
it.
the killing people. You think that they're using the killing people as something indirect, like killing people will achieve something else. That's not the case. Their goal is killing people. So to them, whatever kills as many people as possible.
I understand, but it
that
doesn't
is-
translate into net utility again.
How doesn't it though?
Because
Unless
it doesn't.
you have
It,
inherent facts that contribute what is considered utility and not utility. Unless then, whatever the.
Well,
majority
I would
of
say
people
there
think
is
utility
a like inherent like there is a truth again to a set of actions that like it is true that positive sentient experience exists, and it is true that one action will maximize the positive sentient experience in the universe, or one set of actions, whatever.
So, do you think this positive and negative experience is some objective thing, like
In terms of it existing and one set of actions maximizing it, yeah, I believe is objective. I don't know where, there's more complicated, whether I believe morality is objective or not is more complicated, but I don't have a super strong position on it. But
killers are all psychopathic pieces of shit that don't
Oh
care
my
if they
God.
die themselves. The only thing they want is to kill others, right? So these people, to give them their net experience like benefit, is to just let them kill people, because that will increase the dopamine in their brain, and the amount of people that will dislike it will be less. Because they're screaming, "Oh, I want to kill people." They're
well,
suffering.
there can be people who oh my God, there can be people who like, there can be more people who like it than dislike it, but again, that doesn't translate into net utility. You can have two people who really enjoy torturing someone, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's net utility gain to torture that person, because torturing someone is a really negative sentient experience for that person being tortured. And also there's more things with real utilitarianism that you could entail. But
the guy who is torturing him will have more positive experience than the guy who is getting tortured will get.
If you literally just presuppose that, then I would bite the bullet. It's good to torture them, but under any set of real world assumptions, you're not going to get there.
Yeah, so the reason why you think it's objective is because you're using the current state of our world as what the objective is. But this world changes, right?
That doesn't matter for my position, but okay.
Even for other species, the way they feel pleasure and pain is different, right? Some species may have nerve damage or some shit, or not have nerves to begin with and don't have any negative experience from dying. Some guy may have like a frozen body where he doesn't feel pain. Does that now mean that you can just kill him because there's no negative experience? Or if you're
because again, there's the issue of robbing them of future positive sentient experience.
So that's inherently bad. Removing someone.
I wouldn't say it's inherently bad. There could be cases where it's good to rob someone of future sentient experience, right? Like it's okay to kill people sometimes.
When?
Wait, like in self-defense.
Right, but what if this person has a neutral life, so their positive and negative experiences don't outweigh each other, right? And
I mean, there's cases where like it'd be arbitrary, but I don't think under any set of real world assumptions that we're actually having an issue with deciding, is it literally 100% arbitrary whether or not this person is a net good or net bad? Like,
what if they experience a shitty life and it's net negative? Can I kill them in their sleep when I feel like it? Because I'm making it more positive, because the longer they live, the lower their net enjoyment gets.
Well, again, if we presuppose the really hard part there, then again, I would bite the bullet. I could imagine a hypothetical where it would be the case that someone's life is so miserable that it would actually be net utility maximizing to kill them. That's a hypothetical that could exist, and I would bite the bullet on that, but I don't think under any set of real world assumptions you would really get there. And also, again, with rural utilitarianism, you could get into like maybe a specific act could be moral, but like on the whole, allowing this to happen in society would be a net bad, so we should prevent it from happening. Still, there's things you can go into with that, but.
Do you think if I go down the list of people with severe depression and I kill all of them against their own permission in their sleep, that is a moral thing because I'm...
No, how do you not understand that doesn't follow?
That does follow, because if you have a scoreboard...
No, I don't, first of all, I don't think...
Positive experience, the number goes up. Every time they have a negative experience, it goes down. This guy with depression.
So wait, are you just in this example? Are you literally just presupposing that their life is a net negative?
Well, yeah, we're going off of a list of people with severe depression.
Wait,
their
but
life is
that doesn't necessarily.
That
doesn't necessarily entail that their life is a net negative. First of all, they can have. First of all, they can have impacts on other people that make them a net positive, even if they have a shitty life that they could. Have positive impacts on other people, and it would be a net benefit overall. And then secondly, I mean, a lot of people with severe depression aren't depressed their entire life, and I would imagine, there's no way to know whether or not they're going to get better. If you presuppose that you somehow have a magical machine that knows whether or not they're going to be net negative their entire life, then I could imagine a hypothetical where it'd be okay to kill them. But under any set of real world assumptions, you're never going to know whether or not it's a net benefit to kill someone with depression, because you have no way of knowing if they're going to get better. And I don't even know if all people with depression live a net negative life, but
Shouldn't we guess though and make like the most reasonable assumption, right? If you want to maximize it, shouldn't we guess like they're probably not gonna get better, and every day they live, their net pleasure.
well, no, because then we'd be getting into we'd be getting into like is it good versus is it a net benefit for society if like we have the government or someone making these decisions? In which case, I would say no.
Like.
Okay, guys, I gotta go.
Okay, well, I'll see you later.
Okay, Jesus,
Bye-bye.
I gotta go too, man. Okay. What? Sorry.
This is me, right? This is me doing this in a random evening. I just go up to some guy with depression and kill them. This isn't the government. No one will find out. This guy's a fucking loner.
Well, so again, you would run into the same problems of like, is it like? I could imagine the act being just. I could imagine hypothetical where the act is justified, but it's not good for society in a whole to like allow this to happen because like there's no way to consistently enforce this like happening only to like depressed people or whatever. But okay, man, I gotta go. It's fucking 8 a.m. where I am, and I haven't slept yet.
Yeah,
Okay, see you, buddy. Appreciate it. If you want to chat with me live, sub here or go to Nonfon420 on Twitch or Kick via the links below. Once again, please like and sub to help with the algorithm, and consider sending a donation through YouTube Super Thanks to directly support me, and I'll make sure to reply to any question you ask. See you guys next time.